time for the best pubcast around. Grab a cold one, sit back, and enjoy the show. This is Corner Pub Sports.
How you doing? This is Leonard Weaver, and you're listening to Corner Pub Sports, baby.
Corner Pub Sports.
Fuck me, man. Yeah.
Yo, what is going on? Corner Pub Sports coming at you from a different location tonight. We are on the road. We are at the She Kitchen. The She Kitchen. That's where we are. We're at Ryan's place tonight doing the show here. And joining us actually tonight is Ryan's Seed. What's up? What's up, Corey?
Yeah.
Welcome to the show.
Hello. That there's Ryan Swimmer.
What is going on, everybody? Shout out to Mark. Mark's on the show tonight. He'll be joining us for a little bit. I'm sorry, on the chat. Join us for a little bit. He's actually got a big ride tomorrow. He's doing the City to the Shore ride tomorrow. So the MS ride, I should say. So
tear that shit up, Mark.
Yeah, do a good job,
brother.
man.
Ride.
I donated money, so you better do something with it. All right.
He's a swimmer. I donated. Yeah, you better do something.
Good for you.
So yeah, what's going on, guys? How you guys doing?
You know,
Good.
nice to get to another Friday night. You know, Mike couldn't be here. We got a co-host. This is Corey. So you know,
Doing all
let's
right.
do it.
Let's
do
get
it. All
down.
right.
Been a good week.
What are you drinking? Not you, Corey.
Good, Joe. What are you drinking, Corey?
Yeah. Show the people.
Show the people.
Sparkling water.
It's LaCroix. LaCroix.
Wasn't there a hockey player last name LaCroix?
LeClaire.
LeClaire.
No, wasn't it Daniel LaCroix?
LeCroix.
Oh yeah, there was.
Wasn't there?
Yeah, there was a Daniel LaCroix.
LaCroix.
Yeah, Daniel LaCroix. Yeah, he's right. What are you drinking?
I got the land shark going on, man.
Land shark.
Then a little brown shark game. Do, 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 do.
What is that song?
I think that was from Cheech and Chong.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm drinking. I got Victory Summer Love.
Summer loving had me a blast.
Might as well close it out with a. You got a song for everything. I'm drinking lager. Yeah, Summer Love. Figured I don't want to let go of the warmer temperatures, so yeah, there you go.
Yeah, Sean's having a tough time with it being fall.
Yeah, I'm not. I don't like it.
Now, this is my favorite.
Yeah,
time of year.
same here.
Same
here.
Nah.
Yeah.
Oh, good for you.
Yeah,
MLB
I like wearing
playoffs,
hoodies.
hockey,
yeah, hoodie weather, man.
football.
It's the best weather.
Football. Speaking of football, EAGLES Eagles.
But they are who we thought they were, and we let them off the hook.
Are they though?
I don't know if the Eagles are who we thought they were. I don't know yet. I'm not 100% bought in. Oh my God, Jalen Hurts is the guy, but you can definitely tell this dude's put some work in.
Yeah, I'm feeling them.
He's definitely better than he was last year. I don't know if he's good enough yet, but if you get to week 8 or so, and Jalen Hurts is still looking like this, I might be the complete other way with him.
I love what he's doing, what we're seeing from him. But you got the pump the brakes.
Mhm.
Like it's game 2 and you're crying Super Bowl. Let's start crying out after game 6 or game 7. Just relax.
Yeah, you gotta let it settle.
Yeah, right. Let's go with the flow. Let's see what happens and hope for the best. But yes, he looks good.
Yeah.
Yeah, I agree with Gary. He Monday night against the Vikings, he was just absolutely phenomenal. that 26-yard run or whatever, that was that touchdown to the right side where he spun and looked like he was going to go out of bounds, came back in and spun and dove for the end zone and got it. That was a heck of an effort. But and as impressive as that was, the throws, the throw to Quez Watkins.
Oh my God!
That was hands down the best throw he's ever
Yeah,
thrown.
he made quite a few throws that on Monday.
The one that
were
Dallas
big.
Goddard, where like it was in between.
Yeah, that was a great throw.
Goddard couldn't hold on to it. It was a tough catch,
That
but
was
he
his-
dropped a fucking dime.
And that was actually the first incompletion he had. I think he was 13 for 13 or something at that point, and then that happened. The pick he threw wasn't his fault. It was a tip ball, whatever. But the thing that was more impressive is like him rolling out, and you're like, oh, here we go. He's gonna run,
His eyes were-
and he's throwing darts.
Yes.
I mean, he's throwing darts,
Yes.
and Minnesota's defense is not,
they're not slouches.
no, little sister of the Republic or whatever. Like,
Right, right.
they're
yeah, that's probably a top
Like they've been
12,
around the
14
block.
defense.
Like their defense is like a girl from Langhorne. They've been around. They know what they're doing.
maybe. Don't want my wife that way. Polsky said, I'm right with you, Sean. Summer, please come back. All right.
Nah.
All right.
Yeah,
you
I
can't
think
be alone on this. Come on.
I think the most impressive part of that game, it was at towards the end of the first half. The Eagles were up 21-7.
Oh, the drive. Yeah.
And there was a minute. It was right after the 2-minute warning.
It was like 46 seconds left.
No, it was right after the 2-minute warning.
Was it?
And what happened was they were inside their own 5. Sirianni let the clock run because he didn't want to have to punt and leave them time.
Mm-hmm.
So then when they got out to about the 30, Sirianni started calling the timeouts. Good coaching move, by the way.
Mhm.
Very good coaching move.
Another good coaching move was they got the Slim Reaper involved this week.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
I could have called that. You knew that was going to
Yeah,
happen.
but it happened.
But that drive, so they get back out to about the 30, and Sirianni starts calling timeouts, and Hurts, like, it was almost lethargic. Not lethargic. Fuck, I can't
What?
think of the word.
Stoic.
No, but he
Penis.
No,
Penis isn't the word you were thinking of?
no,
I'm sorry.
no,
Taint. Is that the word?
not
That ain't it.
That ain't it.
But he took them down the field.
Methodical.
That's it.
Mythological.
Mythological. It was
Yeah.
like a mythological beast. It was
Yeah,
like
it was
a
like a-
unicorn.
It's a unicorn.
But he took them down the field, got points when you probably shouldn't have got points.
Mythological
Mythological
beast. That's the name of the show. I can't even say it.
Misogynistic chip bag.
Misogynistic, methodical.
methodical, misogynistic, mystical chip bag. That's the name of the show. Try to say it. I dare you.
It's a pair of ball bags with a pair of tweezers with a finger like that. Yeah,
He starts to come and then he pulls out.
that's called a lucky plucky.
Lucky plucky. I'm sorry.
But he was
It was a mythological drive.
mythological, metaphorical, unattainable. Nobody knows what a bomb can do. You know, it's unethical. It's unreasonable. It's
Well, Coach, put the bomb
unhealable.
on. I didn't tell you to throw the bomb. Why did you throw the bomb? Nobody knows what a bomb can do. A bomb get you 6 points. That's
Your
what it can
face is my case.
do. Look at this. He's hideous.
But yeah, he was very.
Blame it on my ADD.
Sale! He was impressive on Monday. Impressive.
Yeah, he was. He absolutely was, man. He was on point. I think he was 26 for 31. That is about as efficient as you can be throwing the ball. I mean, that especially coming after the game he had in week 1, which was, yes, he made plays that made it work. And we talked about it last week that maybe some of those incompletions were throwaways, and he made the smart decision because the Lions came after him.
He hasn't taken a sack yet.
Yes, he has. Yeah, he took a sack.
Yeah.
All right.
But actually, did he take one against Minnesota? I know he took one against the Lions.
I think it was twice against Minnesota.
Okay, I know he took one against the Lions, but the Lions,
against the team we're going to be playing this week, and we'll get to that in a second, against Washington, they came after Wentz a lot too. So, like, I think that defensive front is really good, and they also calling up. Yeah, I think there's something going on there. They have something brewing. So, let's scale that back a little bit. Let's realize, like, okay, he was under pressure a lot. It's the first week of the year. Maybe they weren't expecting that kind of pressure. He made smart throws and he made smart plays, and they won the game that week because of Jalen Hurts.
I mean,
Minnesota, he's like, all right, I see my completion percentage and take this, like throwing dart. That was crazy.
Like,
Dude,
he's definitely put the work in.
He had like 85% completion percentage.
What was his
on Monday
QB
night.
rating?
Perfect.
Yeah, it should have been.
Yeah, it was perfect. 162, I think it is.
169.
I like that number.
Yeah.
But yeah, let's
He left the game with a little poop on his nose, but everything was good.
That's only if you're Jeremy Rimmer.
The guy who's gotten probably the most slack since he's been here, too. Let's give it some credit. Jonathan Gannon had a perfect defensive game plan. Perfect. He brought blitzes when he should have. Darius Slay played out of his mind.
Like, if he could catch, he would have had four interceptions.
Yeah.
What's
That's
up?
why he's a D-back.
Both the Daves, Peterson, and Langle joining us. Thank you, guys.
What's going on, guys?
Thank you guys.
But that defense was like,
look, Mark did the elephant. I'm hideous. The fucking elephant man.
I'm not.
no, Kramer. Remember when he looks in a toaster?
Oh my god.
Look away. I'm hideous.
But the elephant man said it too.
Yeah. My face is my livelihood, Jerry.
He's all brown.
Your teeth are all gangly.
Was that the Kentucky Fried or was that episode?
No. This
Kenny.
is the one Kramer had started a smokers lounge in his apartment.
Oh my god.
Your face is my case. Oh no, I took a sediment. Well, what did we get?
There's a million
He's a
people in
fucking
there.
moron, man.
Yeah, there's a million. Oh my god.
All right, so
Fucking Jackie Giles.
shit, we gotta do picks tonight too.
Oh yeah. We got it.
Yeah.
I mean, well, Jonathan Gannon was absolutely on point. Called up the blitzes, called up Darius Slay should have had 5 interceptions. He dropped 3 of them. One he was a tough one. The other 2 he should have had, and he got 2 picks. So like, he could have had at least 4.
Yeah, and you're saying it right because he had a really good year last year. He just put the league on notice. Like, Jalen Ramsey taking nothing from him. Like, great corner, but
ask Stephon Diggs how Jalen Ramsey plays.
But Darius Slay put the league on notice. Like, slow the roll. Like, I'm still here.
Yeah, I'm not done.
Right.
I'm not washed up.
Right.
Yeah. Dave Langles, both sides played well. They really did. Game plans. The only thing I would have liked to see a little bit more out of the running game. I didn't.
Me and Gary had this conversation like earlier in the week. Yeah.
Like, you're in the red zone. I mean, I can understand and I get.
That's not Jalen Hurts, by the way.
No.
The guy I'm wearing. Yeah, you can't see.
Like, give him the ball.
Like, let's go. Miles Sanders, let's go.
Like, stop calling in so many quarterback sneaks. You're going to get your quarterback hurt. And then we won't be talking about Hurts because he'll be on the fucking sideline.
And I don't quite understand it. Like, because honestly, do any of us here think that
By the way,
Didn't you tell Corey to silence his phone?
I did.
Well, why didn't you silence
yours?
yours?
So what? It's just unsilenced.
So Corey was.
Yeah.
Just,
Yeah. All
tell
right.
him, Corey.
I got it.
It's do what I say, not what I do.
STFU. How about that?
You always have the obnoxious ringtones as well.
Yeah, it's like the
loudest one.
It's the default.
Yeah,
that they give you in the store. There's like here,
and he just never changes
never
it.
changes
like the T-Mobile ring. You know what I mean?
Hello, Moto. Joe Bucci agrees with you guys. Too many Hurts design runs.
Yeah, like there's some of it like he has to do because that's part of what makes him effective.
Well, wait a minute. My point is, if it's a called pass play, if he's dropping back the pass, he don't have nothing, and he's about to take it. Okay, then you got to take off. But if you're calling in a RPO and he pulls the ball away from the running back and then runs, no, you got your running back. Let him run.
See, on an RPO, I'm fine with that though because he's reading it.
All right. So all right. Okay. Then
You know what
how
I mean?
about in the red zone?
Yeah, that I
Like,
get. Yeah,
you're going to get him hurt.
yeah,
He's going to get hurt.
yeah. So I was about to say, like, honestly, do any three of us here, Corey, do we think Miles Sanders is back here next year?
No.
No. I think he gets injured too
Tough.
much.
Tough to say. I think
he's going to think he commands more money than what he's worth. And the Eagles are going to say, sorry.
And that's completely where I'm at. So if you got to
pound them.
You got to believe the Eagles see it, right?
So pound them.
Like, unless he
pound him. Oh, they just lost you. I don't know. That's all right. I can still hear you.
Unless we do the try again, Cor.
Try again. Yeah, I've never seen it before. That was weird. I'll bring it back. Yeah, I think you're coming back.
Yeah.
We'll see.
Scroll it down and hit.
So what were we saying? What were we saying?
So if we see it, most likely the Eagles see it that he's most likely not coming back this year. So what are you holding on to? Blow it up.
I don't know. Because what are you going to do instead?
You draft somebody in the 4th round.
I mean,
we've seen it.
I mean, they plucked the guy.
But what do you think he's going to like? It's not like he's going to demand a ton of money.
No, so what I'm saying is he's going to think he's worth more than what he is.
Joe Bucci said Kareem Hunt.
Yeah, sign Kareem Hunt.
He is going to demand money now.
I would pay it. I'd give Kareem Hunt 3 years, $17 million. I'm not giving it to Miles Sanders. Kareem Hunt, and there's not as much wear on him because he's been splitting time with Nick Chubb for 3 years.
See, the shitty thing is, I mean, we've had this conversation where, Miles Sanders is averaging. He averaged last year 5.5.
I think his career average is over 4.
Okay, so me as the general manager, I'm saying, hey, look, this kid's going to want a new contract next year. So pound the piss out of him. Let's see what he's got. Like, see if we want to give him more money. Give him the ball.
I mean,
but that's not what the Eagles are. The Eagles are a passing offense. But I mean, if I'm Shane Steichen, all right, yeah, I'm giving this guy. I'm running the ball. That's where our standard was last season. I'm going to run the ball a little bit more, not as much as I did last season, but I'm going to run a little more than I have been. Take a little bit of pressure off my quarterback. I don't want to get my quarterback killed.
Mm-hmm.
We got Miles Sanders here. He's the last year on his contract. Run the ball.
Yeah, I can. I think I agree with Gary.
I'm not saying make your offensive running offense, but let him run. Let him run the ball.
20 touches a game, man.
Dave Peterson said that Miles Sanders will be back if he stays healthy. I agree with Dave. I think Miles Sanders stays.
I don't think so. I don't, because if he stays healthy, he's going to rush for 1,000 yards easily.
Then why wouldn't you want to bring him back then?
That would warrant bringing him back.
Yeah. Like, why would you not want to bring him back then?
Because I still don't trust
like
him.
if he's rushing for over 1,000 yards, Ryan, he gets 8-9 touchdowns, and he's not hurt. Yeah,
but it
would get some re-signed.
But it would only be the only year that he wasn't hurt.
That don't matter. This is his contract year. That'll get him re-signed.
I'm not.
Well,
me personally, I'm not giving I'm not giving Miles Sanders $8 million a year.
But what running back doesn't get hurt?
I agreed. 2-3 games a year, but Miles Sanders misses 6 or 7.
Ezekiel Elliott, he don't get hurt.
He
just gets locked up.
Yeah.
But he don't get hurt.
I just think you can replace the production that he gives you easily.
Mm-hmm.
Because at the time he's.
I don't disagree with that.
Because at the time he's most likely going to miss.
I don't disagree.
So I'm
with
not.
that.
I'm not dedicating money to him. I'm not.
Yeah, I don't disagree.
All right. So even with that philosophy, run the fucking.
Right.
But if you know what you have, why not stick with it? Like, that's kind of where I'm at. But who knows?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
it's a business, Sean. It's not a social club; it's a business.
Yeah, but you don't know what you're going to get in the 4th round next year. Although you do have 2 first-round picks, maybe that second round, maybe that second pick in the first round is one of the top running backs off the board.
And you might not need you might not need a quarterback.
No, you might not.
The Eagles ain't drafting a running back in the first round.
At the end of the first round.
No, they won't.
When they're picking 31st,
if they're down in the third.
You called I just said that, right?
Yeah. If they're picking 29, 28.
No, they're not. They're not in the first round. They won't do it. They
haven't
done that in years.
All right, but what are you sitting meetings? You know what I mean, bro?
You are.
Like
That's just my opinion.
They don't draft receivers either.
So
it seems like they figured that. Seems like they figured that out.
You're going to think the Eagles are going to draft a running back in the first round?
At number 28 or so, yeah. Why not?
It's still the first round. That's not what they do.
So where else you going? If you're picking 28, where else you going?
Offensive line.
That's not the biggest need if Miles Sanders not back, though.
Miles Sanders is not a big problem to replace. He's not. You just said it 5 minutes ago.
Plus, you say he sits in meetings. Blah.
It's not hard. You just said 5 minutes
but
ago.
But if
it's not going to be hard to replace him.
Right. But if it's the third or fourth best running back in the country, and you're there at 28,
they missed bad the year they took.
They had a chance to draft Dalvin Cook and didn't.
They missed bad the year they took Pumphrey. Bad miss. Really good running back draft.
They could have drafted Dalvin Cook and they didn't do it.
Donnell Pumphrey. Oh, Donnell Pumphrey.
That's I can't argue that.
They were looking for another Darren Sproles with that pick when they took Pumphrey.
Could have drafted Ezekiel Elliott. Didn't do it.
No, they couldn't. Ezekiel Elliott went number 4.
Did he go number 4? All
Yeah.
right, so I go back to Dalvin Cook. He was sitting there.
Yeah, they took the corner. Sidney Jones.
Yes.
Was that year?
Yeah.
That's it. That's as long as Dalvin Cook's been in the league. That's it.
6 years.
That's not even that long. I thought he was in a league a little longer than that.
Yeah, it's 5-6 years.
Oh, okay.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow. Yeah, I didn't know it was that long. So let's look ahead. Old friend coming back. Well, we're going to him. Carson Wentz is going to be facing the Eagles for the first time since he left Philadelphia. This is I'm actually surprised this isn't. I guess because he's not coming to Philly, it's a little different. But you're still facing for the first time. I'm surprised this isn't bigger news coming in. Before we get into the game, though, I got to say I got to give a little bit of credit to Wentz because in his press conference today, I felt like he did kneel on his sword a little bit. He basically said that his time in Philly was a whirlwind and a wild ride. And he says, looking back, there were definitely some times where he felt like he could have been a better person and a better teammate. I'm glad he admitted it to a degree that he knew that he wasn't mature enough in certain situations. And I have an interesting scenario. Don't you scenario me?
What do you expect him to say?
But I have an interesting scenario to bring up because I think it's a good comparison to somebody that also left the town and how the hate was.
We'll get
different.
into that.
But, I don't. The Eagles already benefited from the Colts from the trade when they traded them. I was hoping the Colts would fail because it would help the Eagles out. But you wanted Wentz to play. It was a double-edged sword, and it worked out. It worked out. Wentz played 75% of snaps, and the Colts missed the playoffs, and you got a good pick out of it. And it worked out for them. I mean, clearly, with what you have right now. Now that he's in, even though he's with Washington, I don't care anymore. Like, it doesn't bother me.
No, I don't care.
What Wentz did here, like what he was able to do while he was here, we got a ring.
Right.
And he was a big part of it.
Huge part of it. Absolutely.
I can't.
But that's over. That's done. Like, fuck him. Like
that. Bucci's right. Bucci's right.
Put it up on the board.
The Eagles, I remember this.
What?
I remember it. It was the second round. Thank you, Bucci. The Eagles were going to take Cook, and the Vikings jumped in front of them.
Right.
We made that. I forgot about that.
That's right. They did.
Yeah.
Yeah.
At least that's the thought that they were going to take Dalvin Cook.
So, see, they didn't let him slide. They didn't just let him go.
Yeah.
I'll have to look that up because
I remembered it.
No, I did
It was
not.
the second-
I remember me and Sean.
It was the
texting
second
back,
round.
"Yo, Cook's going to be there. We're going to get him."
Right. Then the Vikings
The
moved
Vikings
up.
made a trade, I think, with the Giants, if I'm not mistaken, and jumped ahead of us. They traded, I think it was the Giants, and traded ahead and picked them the pick before the Eagles.
Yeah. And then we took Sidney Jones.
Ugh,
Yeah.
man. But anyway, so back on Wentz. Yeah, I mean, he won a ring. He was here for a while. Yes, he was a little sour when he left, but looking back, like, and you can say what you want, and we'll talk about another mental fragile person later, but that's got to be a shitty situation to be in. Like, Nick Foles comes in, replaces you, wins the Super Bowl. People want him over you. The team now believes in Nick Foles over you. Like at least it's seen that way. And then you're kind of like you got this huge shadow cast over you. You're a guy out of a D2 school. It wasn't like, yes, you were drafted second overall, but it's not like you came out of Michigan or like a big name school. You didn't have that big city pressure. You didn't have any of that. And now you have that in your face. And it wasn't really your fault. But it worked in your favor because you have a ring on your hand. But now you have this they built a goddamn statue of your backup quarterback outside the stadium. And I know we all defended that and we all talked about it and blah, blah, blah. And I know we're reliving the past a little bit. But it's time to live in the past a little, or relive the past a little, because he's back here. We're taking him on for the first time since he's left. That's a little daunting.
Fuck him. How about that?
Yeah, I mean,
now he's the enemy.
Yeah, he is. But like,
I'm not saying that.
Right.
That's not what I'm saying. Like, does he deserve the most? Does he deserve the hate that he gets?
Probably not. To your point, so Nick Foles comes in, wins the Super Bowl. They bring Nick Foles back next year. They build a fucking statue, like you said. And then finally, Nick Foles isn't here anymore. He has 1 year, does get hurt in a playoff game, but it's really not his fault. You got a concussion. Jadeveon Clowney hit him in the back of the head.
He was having a really good year that year.
Yeah, he was having a good year. He carried us. He carried us. We were only in the playoffs because of Wentz that year.
Mm-hmm.
So you have that. And then with the second round pick, you draft Jalen Hurts.
Mm-hmm.
I think there was something brewing with him before the draft.
That's where I'm going. Obviously,
sorry, bro.
It looks like Howie Roseman, and inside that building, they didn't like what was happening. They didn't like where it was trending. That's obviously why they took Jalen Hurts.
Because Wentz was acting like a crybaby.
Well, but at the time, we didn't know this.
Right.
You didn't know this. You
No,
know what
no,
I mean?
No, but he was.
So the pick looked like, oh my God, what are you doing?
Yeah.
But getting back to Sean's point, like,
do you remember all of our reactions?
like it's not all Wentz's fault from what Sean was saying. I can't disagree. But he came from a school, he came from a college where the entire, not just the college, the entire city, the entire township worshipped him.
Yeah, but it was a little town. It was Bismarck,
That's
North
what I'm-
Dakota. Like, who gives a shit?
But
It's not Philadelphia. It's
No,
not
Sean, but
New
I'm
Jersey.
getting-
It's not Delaware. It's
the
not.
point that I'm trying to make is in his head, they all love me. No matter where I go, they're gonna love me.
Yeah.
And I think he had a problem getting that outside of his head. Like, he had a problem
He had a.
adjusting.
I'm not doing a play on words because of Wentz is very religious, but he had a God complex.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. He had an alpha complex, and when anything happened to challenge it, he
shied away.
Right.
I'll say that Carson Wentz with the Eagles, he thought he was above more than a teammate.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I mean, he was regarded as a saint. I mean, remember when you drafted him, and then he gets named the starter? It's like, yo, I think we got a franchise quarterback. Then he comes out, had a decent game. His first game, I'll never forget it. We watched it at your house. They played the Cleveland Browns.
Yeah, we were down in tailgate. We did a tailgate show in the parking lot.
But even before all that, Ryan, like 6 months before the draft, like we're talking about this, and you always said Carson Wentz.
Yeah,
that kid's going to be able to do some stuff.
And don't get it twisted. So getting back to why this came up, the Eagles to me are going to have a tough game Sunday.
Carson Wentz is
Washington always plays them tough,
Mm-hmm.
always, and make no bones about it. Carson Wentz is a solid quarterback, but when he's on, he's really good.
Yes.
You know, he has a negative play, it spirals out on him. You're most likely going to get a turnover from him.
Right. But he's going to throw a pick when the game's on the line.
See, I don't think when the game's on the line, I think he's going to throw it early. The Eagles go up 21-3, and then he comes roaring back. That's how I think this
I don't
game
think
goes.
he's going to come roaring back.
But I think the Eagles win.
Yeah, I don't think he comes roaring back. I do think they get to him early. He's flustered, taking on his old team, even though it's a little different because
There's going to be a lot of emotions in this game.
there's a lot of guys. By the way, the Phillies just hit a homer. They're doing a good job.
And then you're going to
tonight
have
against the Braves.
Brandon Graham fucking Joel. He's going to
Fletcher Cox.
Yeah.
That's all Carson thing. See,
Yeah.
This is why you're not in Philly anymore.
Yeah, all you need is just someone to yell
Jesus Christ.
real loud, and you're getting them all flustered.
Like Brandon Graham's going to knock him down. He's going to say, "Why don't you just quit like you did in Philly?"
Like, why does Carson have a boner all of a sudden? Why does he have a boner? Why does he have a boner?
Jesus Christ.
Oh, that fucking beard! All he's got to do is hold his arms up, and his face looks like a pussy.
I remember her.
Talk about being a natural red.
The carpets do match the drapes. So anyway, I think he makes mistakes early, and the Eagles capitalize. He because he does come up small in big pressure situations. You and I talked about this. It's just been his MO. It's always been the way he is. So I think the Eagles have a good chance of coming out ahead early, and I hope they do because you're on the road. It's tough. You want to quiet that crowd down, even though it's Lincoln Financial South.
Yeah.
And it's going
to be at least half full with
yeah,
Eagles fans.
Yeah, and you're going to hear boos in the crowd. And
Yeah.
you're like, what the heck? Oh, yeah, that's right. Eagles fans.
But like Ryan said, if he gets in the zone and he's in that zone, that could be
Yeah,
trouble.
yeah.
That could be trouble.
If he has one of them games where you're like, damn, like if this dude could put it together and do this consistently, like one of them games where he throws for 4 touchdowns and 350 yards. I know he didn't do it last year in Indianapolis, but he's capable. He's capable. You got to get to him early. You can't let him get in a rhythm.
Dave Peterson says this is a special feeling. There's a special feeling about this year's team. I don't see many teams pushing us around like Washington.
I tend to agree
Yeah,
with him. It's just
there is a vibe.
Like,
Yeah.
I'll tentatively agree.
Yeah, but again, it's a division game, and
They're always tough.
And for whatever reason, Washington especially, Washington plays the Eagles historically tough. They always do.
Well, I said earlier in this week that they're going to wipe the floor with them,
Unless it's Michael Vick.
and he said, Ryan said this is a trap game. I'm like,
It could be. It could be.
yeah, I'm like, man,
that's also like that's a danger.
But how can a division game be a trap game now?
Only because they're flying high. The Eagles are flying high. Everybody's drinking the Kool-Aid right now.
They need this. As
They're
a division
they're being regarded like as a team right below the Bills, which they're not. I don't care, but that's what the word is.
No, they're not.
Right, that's what the word is.
Far from it.
Not
So-
yet.
So, no, not yet. So, they are still. There's a lot of veterans on that too, so I don't. But if they're smelling themselves a little bit,
Smells like
the Washington's coming off.
Stinks.
Washington's coming off a bad game, a bad loss. So I that's where I think it could be a trap. I'm trying here.
It stinks. Yeah, the trap. It stinks.
You said they're smelling themselves, so
It stinks.
Well, let's hope
Got a nice
they're
little
not
man
smelling
pussy.
themselves and it stinks after this game.
I hope not. What do you think, Cora?
I think Washington is going to take them.
Really? Yeah.
I think
Who invited him?
Shut the fuck up!
No. Why do you think that?
I just don't think. I think Carson Wentz is going to get to it really early, and he's just going to go throw after throw, and then next thing you know, we can't do anything.
Well, if it's in the second half, you might have a point there.
So you think he comes out and he attacks him and he gets him, huh?
Yeah, I just don't think our defensive line is going to be able to get through that.
Well, Corey's got a point there in the fact that the defensive line's been disappointing.
Yeah,
so
exactly.
far. I think they have 2 sacks so far, maybe 3. That's it through 2 games. But there hasn't been a lot of rushes. There hasn't been a lot of. Although you know what, I say that Kirk Cousins had to rush quite a few throws last week, which caused some of those interceptions. So maybe that's a little unfair.
But those are on blitzes.
Not all of them.
The majority of them were.
Not all of them. Nah, he only blitzed 4 or 5 times, man.
He was pretty lousy. He was pretty lousy in the lights.
Which is,
by the way,
that's
Kirk,
uncharacteristic.
By the way, Kirk not on Monday Night Football.
Kirk Cousins is bad on prime time.
Kirk Cousins sleeps with a nightlight. All right, he sleeps with a nightlight. He's afraid of the dark.
But he's playing at 1:00 on Sunday and against Detroit. So that
he'll
game's
light
gonna
it
be a
up.
shootout.
He'll light it up. Yeah,
I hope so.
Wrapped up like a douche
Wow.
of a roamer.
Oh man,
blinded by
I gotta
the light.
say, like, this off season and this team has had me thinking, wow, this is reminiscent of the way I felt back in 17.
It definitely feels
like
familiar.
that feeling's there.
It feels familiar.
But Dave, in week 3 is calling for a Buffalo Eagles Super Bowl.
Dave, it's too early, brother.
Nope.
Too early.
They're still Tom Brady. They're still the defending champs Rams. They're trying to get their stuff together. There's still a lot of talent in the NFC. It's way too early.
And as good as Buffalo looks,
but I mean,
and again, Buffalo's my pick, and
our schedule is very favorable.
But Buffalo's my pick for the AFC for the Super Bowl as well. But
they look really
they look
good.
unbelievable. But it'll level out.
Yes, it will.
And the AFC is stacked. The Los Angeles Chargers are the real deal.
Yeah,
they're the real deal.
Yeah. I just fucking, I can't argue with you, Ryan, but that Herbert, him and his fucking hair, get like
what's his hair did anything
it
do with
just
it?
irritates me. That's all. If I don't see him without a helmet, he's the MVP. If I see him without a helmet, he just irritates me.
Well, he's banged up right now. I mean, he's got a bruised cartilage in his ribs. He's going to play. Yeah, he's going to play, but
he's a tough dude, man.
He was in a lot of pain last week. So
he's a tough. Yo, Jameis Winston's playing with 4 herniated discs in his back.
I mean,
he's playing with 4 of them.
Well, he got a $3 million bonus because he got nothing else. Just go out there. We'll give you $3 million, please.
He'd be all right. We can't have Taysom Hill.
Taysom Hill, yeah.
Again.
Yeah, that's yo.
So
if
he
he makes
Drew
it,
Brees, if they call, I'll ball.
Yeah.
Actually,
but if he makes it through the year, you got to give that dude credit. Straight up.
Like his whole career since he's been drafted has been shit.
It's not shit.
It's been shit.
Yeah, he's thrown for 5,000 yards 3 times.
But what for what? That's all I'm saying, Ryan. For what?
I hear that. He hasn't won, but his career hasn't been shit.
I'm not cursing out.
Now, he's thrown 120 interceptions. You know what I mean? But he's probably got about 180 touchdowns.
Yeah, he stole 75 bushels of crabs.
Yeah, he did. Yeah, he did. That's a good point. But if he makes it through the year, you got to give that motherfucker credit.
I mean, after he's done his football, he's going to work for Bubblegum Shrimp.
Something wrong with your lip, boy.
I'll never forget the Sean.
No. Tuck that shit in.
The Sean Jackson
gets caught on a tripwire.
The Sean Jackson's face when he started looking his hand. Sean's like, I'm getting the fuck out of here.
Yeah, he was like, I got to go.
I gotta go. I can't play with this guy.
Yep.
Yeah, where's my hood rats at? Get me out of here.
My gang, remember that the gang members, the whole gang thing, and he was tied to that. Who ran that story?
Like even his mom was involved.
Yeah,
like his
dear mama.
I ain't mad at
dear
you.
Mama, I ain't mad at you. Come and get these W's. Dear Mama, I got some crabs for you, Mama. Dear Mama.
God,
Mama, I'm coming home.
Yeah, so we're all, except for Corey, right? We're all saying Eagles win.
Yes.
Yeah.
You want to give a score before we
I'll
get?
give it. I think it's like 28-25. I think the
Ooh.
game. I think the game becomes closer as it gets closer to the end. I think the Eagles go up big. I kind of agree with Sean. I think they get a big lead, maybe like 17-0 in like the beginning of the second quarter or so. But it's just his MO. I think Wentz makes it a game, and it becomes closer than it should have been. But the Eagles win.
I like the Eagles 21-3. I don't think Washington's going to do much in this game.
21-3.
21-3.
They don't even score a touchdown.
No, they get a field goal. That's it. They don't get that. They don't get that field goal until after the second half. After the first half, after halftime.
Peterson said 31-23 Eagles. I'm going to say 27-17 Eagles. A little close. It gets close towards the end. Like the early fourth quarter, I think Washington kind of has a little bit of life, but the Eagles are up by a touchdown at that point. A kick field goal, put it out of reach, end the game. I think the defense picks it up right where they left off. I think they make another couple plays that makes a difference.
I'm not saying the Eagles running backs. I'm saying the Eagles running game as a whole is a factor in this game.
Yeah, I think this is an A.J. Brown game too.
I hope so.
Yeah, I think A.J. Brown comes back.
Yeah, but he actually,
Actually, as I said that, Dave Peterson just said the same thing. Always open Brown. Go ahead.
Yeah, and
I think
you're in the
more
third.
Dallas Goddard.
But you're in the third game of the year here. You got to get A.J. Brown a touchdown,
Mhm.
or like that'll be a thing. You
Yeah.
have to get him touchdowns.
Yeah, I'm starting to get a complex because I had 2 weeks in a row. FanDuel, thanks a lot. All right, for putting a booster on A.J. Brown scoring a touchdown. I took it and lost both times.
He didn't catch a touchdown yet.
He doesn't
No,
have a touchdown.
he doesn't have a touchdown.
Quez Watkins, the only
had-
wide receiver with one.
The first game, 66 yards. I took the over and a touchdown. It was like $20 to win 150. He got everything. He didn't score a touchdown. And there was something else. I got all the other two. He didn't score a touchdown. And last week, all it was anytime touchdown.
All right,
That's all I
it's
needed.
first and
And
goal
he
on
couldn't
the
get it.
fucking 7-yard line.
You're going to Dallas Goddard. Actually, and as I said that, Dave Peterson, Goddard has a big game.
Yeah, see, I said the same thing.
Yeah, I think Goddard actually does do something this week.
I think he gets two touchdowns.
Dave Langle's got them
30
35, 34, 31.
34-31, yeah.
Really, it's that high. If Washington puts up that many points, our defense has got a problem.
Yeah, I don't.
That's kind of where I'm at. Like I got it closer. I mean, he's got more points, but I don't think it becomes a problem with the defense. Only because I think they're up big, and again, Wentz, because of his MO, like it's what he does. He makes it. Oh, let's get down the field. But there's only 12 minutes left, and you're still down 14. Say, and he gets a last-minute touchdown. That's all I'm saying.
Like he's not going to have success running the ball. Carson Wentz saying he's going to have to do it with his arm.
He doesn't really run much anymore. Anyway,
Yeah, he doesn't anymore.
McLaren, Dotson has come out of the rookie. Curtis Samuel's revived. I mean, although I shouldn't say revived, he had a one bad year. He was really good 2 years ago.
But
he seems like he's back.
Their offensive line is okay. It's not good.
Yeah, the running game, I'm not really sold on. And Gibson doesn't scare me at all, especially against the Eagles front. Dalvin Cook, one of the best running backs in the league,
They shut him
got
down.
nothing. Like, DeAndre Swift caught a big run.
6 carries he had. Cook.
Yeah, Cook. Yeah, DeAndre Swift had a big carry in the first week. Okay,
Swift is an animal.
So 70 of those 150 yards came from that one run. All right,
Swift is a different individual.
So is Dalvin Cook, though. I think the Eagles just had an off day that first week.
It was a preseason game.
Mm-hmm.
They didn't know what and Detroit was expecting big things, so they prepared better for the Eagles than the Eagles prepared for Detroit.
So I was going to say something about the hate on Hurts or the hate on Wentz. I'm sorry, the hate on Wentz. And I was thinking about it. And I'm like,
sure ain't the squirt on Wentz.
The squirt on Wentz. The player that I can compare him most to in Philadelphia is Jason Worth. Where Jason Worth was worth, not a play on words, was worth more than Wentz was, though.
Yeah, I agree.
Because he actually played in the World Series. He played in the playoffs, played in the World Series twice, won the World Series with them, was a big part of that. Took him back again the following year and left for a bigger contract on his own terms, right? Like he didn't force his way out, but he's like, he chose not to play for the Phillies again. And he took that contract in the Nationals and his career on, he had one good year, maybe 1.5 good years. And that was it. Wentz, obviously, we know, never won a playoff game here. Never didn't win the Super Bowl. He wasn't really a part of that team after week 14. That was it. And we don't know the full story. Did he force his way out? We hear conflicting reports like, yeah, he forced it out, and like, Howie like loved him, had a huge,
mural of him.
Yeah, mural of him behind his desk and all, and he didn't want to trade him and all this stuff, but he must have did something. And then you hear the reports in the locker room that come out, and apparently Alshon Jeffrey was the culprit, or I shouldn't say culprit, the person who basically threw him under the bus and said, he's an alpha, doesn't listen to anybody. And then you hear last year Jim Irsay basically say that we knew there was a problem in our locker room with he's not a real leader, all that stuff. Like now that he's gone, like maybe we can have a real football team again.
Yeah, look
like
at the Colts.
Like, yeah, look at them now, right? This year. So is it like just him getting bad mouthed? And like, is it media driven? Is it because I'm not saying I agree with one thing or another. I'm just throwing it out there. But someone like Jason Worth, who came back, should have gotten an loving daylights booed out of him because he chose to leave a team that he helped take, right? Even though he won something here and he was a big part of it, but he was like, nah, I'm good and I'm out. Where Wentz really wasn't a part of that.
The determining factor is the win. The win.
Mm-hmm.
Like we won the Super Bowl, but you weren't a part of it. Even though we wouldn't have got to the Super Bowl if it wasn't for you, because you were going to win the MVP.
But here's Jason Worth, who's a 35 home run hitter, and
he won here, dude. He won the 2 World Series. He got a ring. That's the bottom line. He won here, and Jason Worth
he wasn't
for
the
no matter
star
who's no, and he was probably more durable than Wentz is. I know it's a different kind of game. You know what I mean. Jason Worth did all the little things that help you win a game. Jason Worth did.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, so it seemed like he was clutch. Is Wentz clutch? Even if he wasn't, even if he's not clutch,
he was criticized heavily early on, not being clutch.
And bottom line, it's the ring, if you ask me. That's why.
Yeah, but why? Well, because Worth has one too.
That's what I mean. That's why he's loved.
But Wentz has one too.
Yeah, but
I'm good.
But it's like, Worth helped us do it. Like Worth was there.
That's why he's not booed more.
Right.
I gotta be honest. I couldn't stand Jason Worth when he was here. He always bothered me.
I love Jason.
Loved him.
I love Jason Worth.
I could not.
I love Jason
I couldn't stand
Worth.
him. I thought
he did everything that every little thing to help you win a game. He did.
I thought he was a lackadaisical outfielder. To be honest with you, drove me nuts. But I don't know. I thought it was just a point I would bring up.
But right now, the Phillies are up 8-0
Yeah, they hit a home run. They drove in a couple more runs
against the Braves.
So after Quez Watkins, the long Quez Watkins touchdown from Hurts to Watkins, Dave Peterson said, "Can I say something?" When Hurts folded his arms and looked towards the stands, that was towards the fans, hands down. But you only get one of them, and Hurts doesn't.
Don't taunt the Phillies
don't
fans.
Taunt the Philly fans. No, I don't think so either. I don't think so either.
I think it was just, I'm here.
I think that was him going, "Yep,
right,
you got me."
Do this.
Yeah, I kind of disagree, Dave. I think that was Hurts saying,
"I can do this."
I think that's him.
Yeah, you see that?
Right,
I'm for real.
Right.
I'm making my mark right now. That's what I thought. I didn't think it was a taunt. I didn't think he was taunting the Philly fans.
Yeah, he did the Run DMC pose.
I think he was just saying, "Get ready, Philly fans."
Yeah. I think it all intertwines in that. Like,
I think so too.
Guess what?
I have arrived.
And I think that meant more than that. I don't think he was taunting the fans.
My name is Cunt Jones, and I have arrived.
Oh, scissor me timbers.
All right, let's do some picks.
Did you hear what
Yeah.
it was?
All right.
Give me a second here.
All right, so week 3. Here we go. So last night, Cleveland beats the Steelers. I took Cleveland.
I forgot to pick that game.
Oh, shoot. Yeah, I should took Cleveland to win that. Sorry, so let me know when you're ready, Brian. We'll start rolling through. Like we said, most of us. You didn't take the game I
forgot to pick it.
That's a lot. That's an L.
Yep.
All right, so here we go.
You got it, Gary?
Gary, by the way, is in first place in our pool.
I'm in second place now.
All right. Houston takes on Chicago at Soldier Field, I should say. What do you think?
Pick this game.
I know.
Houston played Denver tough last week. Real tough.
And they played to a tie in the first week.
Yeah. I'm taking Chicago here.
Yeah. I'm taking Houston.
I actually got to make. Yeah, I'm on. I got to make up.
Dave Peterson says Chicago 23, Houston 20.
I agree with you, Dave.
What do you got, Corey?
I think Chicago's going to take it.
Chicago. Okay. Yeah, you don't have to give a score prediction, nothing. But Raiders, Titans.
I think the Titans get their first win here.
One of these teams are going to go 0-3. I don't think there's any way the Raiders go 0-3. The Titans are in trouble.
Yeah,
they're in trouble.
Yeah, Titans aren't looking too.
I'm
too
taking the
hot right
Raiders.
now. Dave says 31-27 Vegas. I also have the Raiders.
I got the Titans.
Titans.
Remember forever the night you played the Titans.
The Chiefs 2-0 taking on the 0-1-1.
Is that even
Colts.
a question? Yeah. That's not even a question.
See, every time we say that, it's the other way. It's in Indy. Is Indy not going to? Is Frank Reich going to be on the hot seat?
Yes.
Yeah, I think not after this week, but it's going to happen.
Matty
I'm
Ice
taking
is
the
washed
Colts.
up.
Really?
He definitely looks washed
He's
up.
washed up.
He
Done.
definitely looks washed
Matt
up.
Ryan?
Yeah.
Oh, looks terrible.
Yeah, he's been exposed.
But I'm taking the Colts.
I got Kansas City.
Yeah, I got Kansas City.
The next game is really interesting.
No, it's not. Not to me. Nope.
Buffalo takes on Miami.
I am not bought in on the
I got
Miami.
Buffalo.
I am not bought in on the Miami Dolphins. That was a game where they just went off. When you have weapons like Tyreek Hill, that happens. This ain't even a game. I think the Bills go into Miami and say, slow down. We're still the cream of the crop.
But that could go another way. Miami could say, okay, you're elite in the NFL, but we're going to prove to you that we belong here too.
Miami?
No, I'm taking Buffalo.
What the fuck?
Yeah, Buffalo.
What the fuck?
Dave's taking Buffalo as well. He agrees. Yeah, I'm surprised we're all taking Buffalo. I agree, Ryan. If Tua has another big week, and this is Buffalo defense, Buffalo's the best defense in the league right now.
They're the best offense in the league right now.
Yeah, this is going to be a tough one. If Tua can put up the numbers he put up against Baltimore, then he might be like. Then people need to look at him differently. Like we're looking at Hurts differently.
Completely agree. Completely. If he comes out, even if they lose, but it's like a 40-35 shootout.
Yeah, people have to be worried.
Yeah,
because it's the same it's the same hate that Hurts is getting here prior to the season.
Well, regardless, that game's going to be fun to watch. That's going to be a fun game.
One. Detroit goes to Minnesota to take on the Vikings.
I like Detroit.
I know the Vikings did bad when they played against us, but I think it was just a bad run. I got the Vikings.
I got the Vikings as well.
Yeah, I agree with Corey. I think I think the Vikings win this. I think it's an entertaining game. The Lions give up points, but the Lions are proving they can score points too.
Definitely gonna be a
I
solid
think I
game.
think it's one of them like crazy 35-31 games.
I hope so.
Yeah.
Crazy game. Yeah, Dave has 28-24 Vikings. Yeah, I think the Vikings bounce back after that Monday night game. Although Monday night loss, you never know. Bengals take on the Jets in New York.
Oh, I don't have that one there.
Bengals are 0-2.
You skipped one.
Oh, I'm sorry. I skipped one. I'm sorry. Baltimore and New England. I'm sorry.
I like Baltimore here.
1-1. Both teams 1-1. Going to New England.
This is hard.
I'm taking New England.
Really?
Yep. So what? The Patriots are going to be 1-2. I just.
Yeah, I think Belichick's a shot. Yeah, I'm going to go Baltimore.
I like Baltimore as well.
Baltimore's
Yeah,
going to respond
I
after
agree.
that tough loss last week. Yeah, I go Baltimore. And now the Bengals Jets.
It's
Jets,
Bengals.
The Bengals get first win.
The Jets got to win.
Who did they win against?
Because Joe Flacco, yo. He's come in and sustained shit.
like who let them win?
Corey, you should Google
If he-
a picture of Joe Flacco and tell me he doesn't look like Sean.
They beat Baltimore.
Yeah, they beat Baltimore.
What?
Garrett Wilson.
they
Garrett
did.
Wilson scored 2 touchdowns. Got a touchdown with like 30 seconds left.
So
in the
I
game.
don't think that me personally, I don't think this one's as easy.
And
of
I
a
actually
pick.
picked
No,
the Jets last week to win.
I'm gonna mess around. I got the Jets.
But this
Hey,
game,
there's no way the Bengals go 0-3, right?
No way.
Yeah.
Yeah, I gotta take the Bengals.
Oh, I'm sorry. Dave Peterson has the Ravens 24-20 and the Bengals 27-17. And of course, the Eagles he already had. The Saints take on the Panthers.
Panthers are bad.
They are.
Yeah.
Matt Rule's going to get fired.
Talk about an armpit.
But in the thought of hope, I'm taking the Panthers because we need the Saints to lose.
I agree with that.
I'll take the Saints.
God damn it! I have the Panthers as well. In Carolina, McCaffrey finally has a breakout game. No Kamara. Winston's banged up.
Kamara's already out. I thought he was questionable.
He's questionable, but maybe he won't play. I don't know. I don't think it matters. I think Carolina bounces back. They got to win. They got to get a win. Jacksonville and the Chargers in LA. I'm going Chargers.
Jacksonville's going to get embarrassed here. Embarrassed. 38-10.
Dave has the Saints beating the Panthers 24-22. I love his scores. Peterson has Jaguars beating the Chargers 26-23.
Whoa.
No way. The Chargers are going to make Doug Peterson say, "What the fuck did I come here for? Why did I do this?" Like the Chargers are going to blow Jacksonville apart. They're going to light them up.
Rams, Cardinals in Arizona.
I got the Rams.
How could you not?
Rams.
Rams.
You're going Kyler Murray and the Cardinals, aren't you?
I am. That offense looks good. And the Rams are struggling a little bit here.
He's got 37-31 Rams, Dave has. High scoring affair. Atlanta and Seattle. Yeah, it's a stinker. In Seattle.
They're home.
It's two jerk off birds. What bird comes up on the top? I'll take
You're an asshole. What the fuck? Just because it comes to your mind doesn't mean you got to say it.
Peterson has Atlanta, and I have Seattle.
I like Seattle.
Although,
less of a jerk off bird.
Yeah.
you know what?
I think Atlanta.
I'm changing it. I'm going to Atlanta. I think Kyle Pitts recovers. I think this is his first.
Hope Kyle Pitts recovers.
I hope Kyle Pitts recovers. I'm going Atlanta. I think Pitts scores 2 touchdowns this week. I'm going Atlanta.
I think Atlanta.
Yeah.
That's why I'm on the Kirk Cousins train. He's going to throw for 4 touchdowns. Watch.
All right, this one. Green Bay takes on Tampa Bay in Tampa Bay.
I I think that one has a chance of being a laugher too. I'm taking Tampa Bay. Green Bay's bad.
I like Tampa Bay too. Aaron Rodgers just don't have no firepower. The line's a mess. The defense ain't that great. I like Tampa Bay.
I'm going Packers. Dave Peterson's going Packers. Tampa Bay doesn't look that great.
They don't.
They
got really good defense.
No Mike Evans. They have a good defense.
Their defense is
but
aren't they getting Chris Godwin back this week?
I don't know if he's playing this week yet. I'm not sure. I think he's questionable.
They signed Cole Beasley.
It's a Beasley Ford.
He's a good slot receiver, man.
Absolutely. He's a little jerk off though.
He's good in the slot.
Good in.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's good in the slot.
Okay.
I
think that's one of the. I think that's gonna be one of the upsets, quote unquote. I agree though. I don't think Green Bay's like. I never called it like people are calling Green Bay a Super Bowl contending team. I'm like, why?
Oh,
they're not. They don't have a receiving core. The defense is.
They got no money to
The
pay.
defense is okay too, but
yeah, they're mediocre.
yeah, they don't. I don't know. They don't. Aaron Rodgers is on mushrooms. Like
right.
The 49ers take on Russell Wilson in Denver. In Denver.
I just wish you would stop.
This would be a tough one. Jimmy G. Does Jimmy G beat Russell Wilson in Denver?
This game he does. I like San Fran.
Yeah, I agree.
No, I'm taking Denver, but I do think this is like probably the most entertaining game of the week.
It's definitely going to carry on.
Like 31-28, something like that.
Peterson's got 27-20. I got Denver winning as well. Just because they're home. I think
Denver's going to figure it out. Yep. There's too much talent on that team. They did lose Judy though, didn't they?
Yeah. He's he's not going to be gone for long. I don't think.
Oh, yeah, it's 3 to 6 weeks.
Dallas and the Giants Monday Night Football.
I like the Giants here.
Giants go 3-0.
Yeah, I like.
Dallas
I
is
agree.
just a mess, Ryan. They're a mess.
Yeah, I got the Giants.
I got
too.
the Giants.
I don't know if they're a mess, man. They looked better last week than I thought they would. They play good. They got a good defensive line. They got a good secondary. Cooper Rush didn't turn the ball over last week. They
But
can
the
run
Giants
the ball.
are playing better than we all thought they would be playing too. The Giants are playing good ball.
They won a fucking field goal battle last week with Carolina.
A win's a win.
Yeah, but they don't look good. You know, they kicked 5 field goals.
And we let them out the
And then they scored a touchdown.
They're
Get the fuck out of here with that.
2-0.
I work with
I'm taking
retards.
Cowboys.
How can you pick the Cowboys?
You're taking the Cowboys?
I work with retards.
Dave Peterson has Dallas as well. All right,
Retard too?
Yeah,
let's go at
that pick stinks.
that pick.
Stinks.
Ah, it stinks. You got a tight little man pussy on you, don't you?
All right.
They keep taking and taking.
I forgot about that one. That clip. I should add that. Keep taking and taking.
You gotta be glad your mom's not here to see it. They keep taking and taking and taking.
Looking like a double wide surprise. All right. So, Dave said the Giants are going to completely implode.
No, they're not.
Who's the receiver that cleaned out his locker?
Oh, I want to bring that. Yeah, I was going to bring it up while you were drunk.
Oh, all right.
Kenny.
Okay.
No, it's fine. Let's bring it up. Kenny Galladay.
Really?
So Galladay in the second year of a 4-year deal, big money deal. The Giants win the game. Kenny Galladay was seldomly used,
And he wasn't used in week 1 either.
he came in like a big 4th down play, and they're like, everyone's like, "Oh, here's where Kenny Galladay is going to be used." They went to Sterling Shepard, and after the game, they came in and his locker was cleaned out.
And he rolled.
He rolled out.
He said,
Screw you guys. I'm going home.
Yep. Kenny Galladay is like the version of Jalen Reagor if Jalen Reagor had one good year.
Basically, yeah.
That's what Kenny Galladay is. He's a one-trick pony. He had one good year in Detroit, got a big contract with New York somehow, and just fell apart. Everyone called, like a lot of people call that happening. Like they're like, this doesn't scare anybody. He's one dimensional.
Detroit was like, oh, you're gonna pay him that?
They're like, oh, we're not.
Oh, all right.
Have fun.
Yeah,
have fun
see
with
ya.
that.
Grab a meatball sandwich on the way out.
All right, so let's get to the Sixers, and then we'll get the Flyers, and then while you're drunk. Sound good?
We didn't talk about the Phillies yet.
Phillies
oh,
are
yeah,
9-0.
Phillies are up
9-0 now.
Yep.
All right, cool.
9-0.
All right, so let's get to the Sixers.
Yeah, all right. So moving on.
No, I'm just kidding. You're right. I'm sorry. Yeah, Phillies. Damn. There's 13 games left. I'm sorry. There's 12 games left after tonight. You have 2 more against the Braves.
No, there's 13 left. They play Saturday, Sunday, and then there's 10. No, 12. I'm sorry, Sean. I'm sorry.
So they play. They're off. Yeah, they're off Monday.
That's a great excuse.
Yeah. What did you say? I'm drunk. Is that what you said?
I'm drunk.
All right, so they play 2 more against the Braves after tonight. They're going to win tonight. You got the Cubs, you got the Nationals, and then you have Houston. I'm missing a series.
And they're the.
I'm missing a series.
No, it's the Cubs, it's Washington, then Houston.
That's not. Oh yeah, 3 more against the Braves.
It's 4 against the Nationals.
Okay, there you go. All right, there's the 10. All right, so there's your remaining series of.
And they're the San Diego, the Phillies, the Brewers, even at the Houston Astros. Phillies are the only team that's on the road for the last 10. The other teams are at home for their last 10.
But these teams are not the greatest, but this is where the Phillies get a gut check.
Well, I hope so, because this is it. I mean,
Yeah.
and the thing is, like, so the last series of the year, they're playing the Astros, who are probably going to be
They're the 1 seed in the AL.
Yeah. So like that's probably over with at that point. So you don't have to worry about that series.
They're already 8 games up for it.
Yeah, it's over. Yeah, so they're not. That's not happening. Like that's going to be over. They're not going to be playing anybody serious. You know, you're going to be playing against a bunch of scrubs.
Are you though? Because you got to remember, for the wild card or the whatever this is going to be called, the wild card round, the Houston Astros are going to be sitting home for 6-7 days.
I mean, maybe they play a little bit, but you're not.
So do you want to give them even? What do you want to give them 2 weeks off?
Maybe
You know what I
maybe
mean?
they're getting a couple reps and then they're out. They're playing 3 innings, 4, like a spring training game.
I hope.
What
if Verlander's out there for 4 innings pitching
Well,
really good, and he's like, "No, I'm not coming out."
I don't think they're going to pitch one of those guys in that series. I don't think you're going to face a top starting pitcher.
Okay.
I unless you want to keep him. Verlander's a veteran, dude. Like I
He
can't
can
see,
figure it out being
yeah,
off
like,
2
if
weeks.
you can't, if Jesus Christ, if Verlander needs a day to stay on a 5-day regimen, then like I don't know, something's.
Yeah, I hear you.
You know what I mean?
Well, you guys are jumping 8 games ahead, man. Look what they're doing to the Braves tonight.
That's huge. You already got a well. What inning are we in? Because I don't want to just call it, but it's looking like you already got a split in this series, and that's what I was hoping for, right?
Yeah, you're right. Yeah.
Yeah, you know what I mean. So like, I don't think the Brewers are going to hit a 4-game sweep on Cincinnati. You're going to lose at least one of them. Maybe tonight they lose. That puts us up 3.5. Even if you lose the last 2 games and the Brewers win them 2, you're still a game and a half up. And you go to Chicago, which you should. You should probably take 2 out of 3. The thought that worries me is the way we've dominated the Nationals this year. And we're going to need that series. And they go to Washington and lose 3 out of 4.
They ain't losing 3 out of 4. That's Washington. We've had some problems with our pitching in the last.
Law of averages, though.
Well, the Brewers are up by 3. It's 5-2 in the top of the 8th right now.
What the fuck?
So
Last night, the Brewers had 4 hits. Colton Wong had 3 home runs. Like, Colton Wong, come on. Colton Wong. Suck my schlong. Colton fucking Wong. Get out of here.
Ching chong ching chong.
Ching chong chong Wong. Suck my schlong.
What they do? Throw a penny down the fucking steps?
Ching
and
ching
anything?
ching 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 ching
Oh,
ching
what the
ching
fuck?
ching ching ching.
Yeah. Stop throwing strikes and give me a fucking egg roll, you cocksucker.
Egg rolls are banging, yo. I can go for an egg roll.
To be fair.
To be fair.
To be fair.
To be fair.
fair. Egg rolls are pretty awesome.
Yeah,
Yo,
don't,
you
don't
feel-
get them from the Wuhan market.
Yo, when you go to nah, Randy Marsh been there.
Here's our new egg roll. Comes with a COVID crust.
Yo, when you go to them Chinese food,
Jason May says 3 dong for Wong ain't right.
3 dong for Wong.
You
Take,
fucking
dong Wong.
taste my song.
you fucky sucky for $2.
3 dong for Wong ain't right.
Oh man. All right. So
Colton fucking Wong. Give me some wonton.
yeah, well
With a
Gary's right.
side of flan.
Gary's right. So we're jumping ahead, but
After I smoke this bong.
Shut the fuck up!
And I'm gonna watch King Kong.
so you're still Gary laughing. Still Gary laughing.
In order for Jimmy John's.
God.
I'm gonna get a coat and act like the Fonz.
You ain't right. You're Wong. All right. So you're right. So worst case scenario, they split against the Braves. They got the I think the Cubs are next.
Give me them Sharpie tongs.
Fuck. Hope that's a phrase I don't have to hear anymore.
Lottie Dottie, a song I'll sing. Meet me at the bottom bang.
Cubs, yeah, they go to Chicago for this 3, and then
And Chicago's bad, but the Wrigley Field's a hard fucking that's a hard place to go in. It's a hard place to play as a road team, no matter how bad they are. That field just has an aurora to it. You know what I mean?
yeah, aura,
Yeah, aura.
Aurora.
Not an aurora boreal. It's just an aura.
aurora. It's got an aurora.
Go fuck yourself. Go watch King Kong. Smoke a bong.
Chu Hao Chu.
Chu Hao and Chong love Don Wong. That's the name of the show.
Dirty, stinky Jews.
That-
Jesus Christ.
That's his last comment. That's the name of the show.
Chu Hao and Chu Love
Yeah,
Don
Chu
Wong.
Hao and Chong love Don Wong is the name of the show. Thanks, Jason.
He's like off the rails. Glad I checked in.
Yep. Yep. We're just getting started here. Yes. You know what I'm saying?
So I don't want to talk about Phillies anymore. I think
What's the point?
yeah, like
Colton Wong stole the show, yo.
well, here's the thing. By next Friday, though, we're gonna be like talking. Like here it is. We're ready for the playoffs at that point. Next week,
You're gonna know something more definitive, definitely next week, man.
But yeah, I mean, I'm feeling a lot more confident being at this point here tonight.
Yeah, and I'm gonna say one more thing. Can we get off the train that this team can't beat good teams?
No.
Because they got a winning record against the LA Dodgers. They got a winning record against the San Diego Padres. They're almost about to be 500. They were 6-6 going in the last week, so this will make them 8-9 against the Braves if they win tonight. The only good team they've completely struggled with is the Mets.
Yeah, but it can't be. That can't be true because the record doesn't say so. They didn't play the Mets that many times.
As much as they played the Braves.
To represent that.
As much as they played the Braves.
No, hold on. Let me find it. I'll find it. Just give me a second. I got to go through something here. I saw something about what their winning record was. See if I can find it. Hold on. Give me a second. I'm sorry.
Against like winning teams and subpart. Is it skewed one way?
Yeah, completely. I don't know if I'm
They're better against the bad teams.
Find it now. Come on. Oh, you gotta be kidding me. All right, here we go. The 37-11 against teams like Washington, Miami, Pittsburgh, Cincinnati. They're 43-56 against everybody else. So it's more than just against the Dodgers, and
They don't beat Toronto. Who's the other? Texas.
to worry about, but
Texas. But they're good teams.
yeah, I mean the Yankees. They play against the
Yeah.
Yankees, right?
Yankees.
Dave Peterson said Aaron Judge is having one of the best best offensive seasons of all time. American
He
League
doesn't have the record
He
yet.
doesn't have the record yet, unless he hit it.
Unless he hit 2 tonight.
Well, they got 4 runs. Let's see. Did Aaron Judge hit 2 home runs? No, he did not. So he doesn't have a home run. So he doesn't have the record yet.
No,
But he
he's
will.
got 60.
He will.
He's going to break the American League
Yeah,
record.
he'll-
He's not breaking Barry Bonds' record. I
No.
don't think.
No.
Yeah, Aaron Judge is funny fact.
Let's hear it.
A fun fact.
Oh, yeah.
At one time, a certain pitcher used to pitch here, and they went to trade him, right?
Yep.
Cole Hamels, the Yankees offered Aaron Judge, and the Phillies said no.
Fun fact.
That's neither here nor there.
Yes, it is.
It's true.
Imagine Aaron Judge here. With Harper,
I
you
don't-
want to sign Castellanos. You might have signed Schwarber.
I don't think he would have became as good as he is now.
Why?
Because our development
Oh,
team
wait a minute.
sucks.
Exactly.
Don't get all hostile.
No,
Let your
don't
son-
get
let
hostile.
your son make Let your
Why?
son make his point.
I just
Punch him.
I don't think it'll go good. Kinda like-
Give him a
What, this is-
spanking.
This is a home run hit in the park, just like Yankee Stadium.
Still, it just the way our batting is. I don't know. It's just
Like our batting's not consistent.
exactly. That's what I was trying to. I just didn't know.
So
the-
maybe what Corey's saying is maybe Aaron Judge would have been wasted here.
Yeah.
Just like I feel Harper may have been wasted
It's
feel
here.
hard to. It's hard to. You think Harper's been wasted here? Harper's was the MVP last year.
I'm not saying that he hasn't done good things for the Phillies, Sean, but what have the Phillies done for him? That's all.
Yeah, but what
They
have
signed Kyle Schwarber and
What are
Nick
the Yankees-
Castellanos.
What have the Yankees done for Aaron Judge? They haven't won anything yet
Good
with
point.
him.
Good point. Well, it remains to be seen.
I would argue, in Corey's defense, that the development team in Philadelphia would have done something to ruin Aaron Judge if they would have traded for him. The hitting coach would have, back when, coconut oil,
like Scott Kingery.
right, like something would have gotten screwed up.
You're
But-
talking about
Although Reese ended up being okay,
And they don't seem like they screwed up Bryson Stott or Baum.
yeah, but Baum, no, Bryson Stott isn't an Aaron Judge type of player. Like he's not.
but he's a
No,
solid,
but
he's
he was a
solid
guy.
player.
He was a guy who was a good hitter, and then he struggled when he got here. But like
Yeah.
it seems like he's being developed. So why couldn't that have been Aaron Judge? Is all I'm saying.
I think that
just
Bryson.
like Painter.
Yeah, but
Painter's
here's
being
the
developed.
difference. I think Bryson Stott is in the later category where he might be exempt from that previous regime because Bryson Stott came through a little bit later.
Oh, so this is after.
This is
I see what
before
you're,
that.
okay. I see
When they
where
would
you're
have made
going.
that trade for Cole Hamill or with the Cole Hamels thing,
Like
that was during the time. That was during the dead period. I mean,
They had nothing.
yeah, Maikel Franco, Scott Kingery, guys like that who came up and did nothing.
That's Dominic Brown area.
Dominic Brown's right in that around that time
general
too.
area. Yeah,
It's
yeah.
close enough. So, yeah. All right.
Good point, kid.
Yeah.
Good point.
All right, so we'll see. By next Friday, we'll talk. We'll talk about the Phillies, and hopefully, we're talking about a 3 games from a playoff berth for the first time in 10.
Their magic number going into
11.
tonight was 10.
Yeah, it was 10. Yep. So
So it looks like you're gonna have at least
Now it's
down
down
to at least 9.
and now it's down to single digits.
But I
Yeah.
mean, on
So,
the way,
but the
on
Brewers won, so it's still gonna.
Well,
probably
they didn't
be
win
enough.
yet. They didn't
Did the
win yet.
Padres win?
I'll take a look.
What were you saying, bro?
on the way here, Sean and I were talking about this, and he said, "Well, the Phillies ain't beating the Braves. They ain't beating the Mets." But I
In
think
the playoffs.
playoff baseball is different. They can beat both them teams. They can.
Padres are up 2-1.
Like anything's possible. Anything can happen in the playoffs. Do I think the Phillies are going to the World Series? No. And making
No,
a
they're-
giant push? No. But I think they're going to make a little bit of noise if they get into the playoffs.
They're not. They're just not going to go down and
They're
lose
not-
to
they're
both
not-
games.
Right. They're
You
gonna,
know, the first round, first 3 games, they're away. That whole series is away. You don't get a home game.
right.
Okay, just make sure you know.
But I mean, the Phillies have what we got now with the Phillies. They have proved the Phillies represent Philadelphia very well. They do because they're
Mediocre,
inconsistent,
inconsistent.
No,
or
it's,
up, down, just
Show
like
up,
taxes and
show
shit.
up when we feel like it.
You know, up, down, like crime. You know,
You feel like
come on to my yard. There's 55 rats.
yeah. You know, tonight you got some brothers
No.
getting murdered.
No.
Tomorrow night you got the
Stop fucking
lighter
around,
brown ones.
cunt!
All right, that's enough. That's it.
Not going to be much. Lawns getting cut.
There it is.
I love it. I love it. The gunshot before, because you know it's coming. I love it.
Jesus Christ. Can you imagine if that's Lone Ranger's horse?
Yo, what was the game you were playing where you had to put your
Oh my
horse down?
God, Silver.
What was the game you were playing where you had to put your horse down? Like it was a kid-
Oregon Trail.
Oregon Trail.
Oh no, Red Dead
Redemption.
Red Dead Redemption.
You had to kill
yeah.
your horse.
No,
I remember
he
he
was
sent
chasing me. I jumped on a train and he was following me, and his name was Peanut. I think I named it.
My horse's name was Fart.
So
Yeah.
yeah, and they're very careful what you like. They know if you name it like shithead, they're not gonna let you.
They're not gonna
Yeah,
let it.
Yeah.
They
So-
censor it.
So I'm on the train and the horse is chasing me, and all of a sudden I'm like, oh shit, there's a bridge coming up, and the horse just just jumped off and fell into the fucking pit. So then I'm watching the meter of the horse just drop and
It's
drop
hell.
and drop, and all of a sudden your horse Peanut has died. I was like, God damn it, dude! It took like 5 minutes too. I'm like, that fucking horse is. Oh yeah, he was suffering. Well, probably because he was hitting all the rocks on the way down.
Somebody's got to be in the Mugu guy pan.
And I'll never forget. I came up and said,
Yeah.
she's like, what's the matter with you? I said, Peanut died. She goes, what do you mean Peanut
I'm
died?
all fucked up about it.
Yeah, I'm like,
You're
Peanut
playing
died.
taps and
Yeah.
shit.
I'm like, Peanut died. She goes, is that the horse you spent your money on and bought? Like, not real money, but in the game, I spent money on and bought this fucking thing. Dude, I decked that horse out with like cool ass shit. Like he had
Gave
like
it new pouches.
he had like horns and shit.
It's like studded horse.
Yeah, he was a badass looking horse. I upgraded him.
Came walking in like Mr. T.
Yeah, I upgraded him. He had like gold chains and shit.
Fucking Peanut ends up in the General
And she's
Tso's
like-
chicken.
Dude, when I told her to, and I said, she goes, what do you mean he died? I said, he fell into the. She goes, how did that happen? I said, I was on the train. He just jumped off the. Dude, she lost it. She's like, what do you mean he just jumped off the.
If you want to ride.
You gotta tell them to
Over
stop.
on the
moving.
train.
I still picture when it happened. I can still think about the whole sequence and how it happened. I was like, no,
Did you see him running?
yeah, stupid
You just
fucking
look
thing.
down and it's just
No,
red light.
so it was an overview. So you seen him, and then you seen him fade away, and he just dimmed. And I was like, and then I just watched the meter on the top just drop.
So it's like he's falling in a fucking pit.
Yeah.
Yeah, he was rolling. He was rolling.
Now, so here's the thing. Maybe the pit wasn't that deep, and he just starved to death. I don't know, but something happened. Like it took a little while before. Like I don't know. Maybe it wasn't that far.
You could go down
Because
there
you
and
do have to
heal them.
feed your. You do have to feed your horse.
Yeah, but you could go down there and like patch.
I
them
stayed
up.
on the train.
Oh yeah, you just
Yeah, I
left
was
them-
taking a ride.
You left them for.
I was
dead.
looking at the country. Yeah, that was a fun game. I was a really fun game. But anyway, all right, here we go. Let's go.
Can you get through?
Sixers. We got a little Sixers talk because the camp's coming. You know, camp and preseason's right around the corner here. Matisse Thybulle There's some pictures of him working out. Man, that motherfucker looks like he's getting jacked. Looks like he's putting some. What do you say?
I don't know.
Looks like he's putting some weight on, man. He looks like he's ready to play. He had a fantastic season last year. I'm so glad.
Well,
we
he's
kept him.
putting weight on. Harden looks a little fit. Harden,
Yeah.
Harden's been working.
He looks really good.
Yeah. If we just get a little bit of that Houston James Harden.
Well, Corey, that would be great to happen, but I think that's done. You're not going to see that again.
Yeah, I do think he's going to come back as a new player though. I
mean, that would be great, wouldn't it?
Yeah.
That fadeaway shot.
His step back.
Yeah, that's fucking phenomenal.
Yeah, it's there's some stuff going on here, man. I
mean,
think
something's got to be better. Darius Slay handed him a fucking interception football.
Yeah, I agree. What's going on over here? What are you doing?
I was in his way.
Oh, God forbid. I don't know. We were talking about this. All right, so anyway.
We're talking about dribble, fat, dribble, fat.
That's what Harden. So we talked about the Sixers roster. We already did that. That's not what we're going to talk about today. We're talking about Mr. Ben Simmons appearing on JJ Redick's podcast.
We got to talk about this guy again.
We do, because we got to. Yeah,
That's a big story, man.
Yeah. He went on JJ Redick's podcast, and let's be honest. We know how this works. JJ Redick was his former teammate of his, and if you've listened to JJ Redick's podcast in the past, he's not controversial.
No,
he'll bring controversial people on, but
he's not asking a tough question.
No, he's not because he's not a.
That's not the guy.
He's not a reporter,
right?
He's their peer, and he's bringing them on to share their story.
Like he's doing a jerk off podcast, well, like we're doing.
Yeah, like
he's doing something to have fun, to fill up the time because he ain't got a job.
Yeah, and he
like where I just realized just now as we're on the air, and why I paused for a second, that I had a picture of Tyrese Maxey on the weight bench looking big, and I wrote Tease, thinking Tyrese, and I mixed the two up, and I wrote Tease looking swole. And I put it up, and no one called me out. One guy called me and goes, "You mean Tyrese or Matisse?" And I'm like, "Son of a bitch." I'm like, I fucked up.
Who cares? Who cares? You made the comment on that picture or that video, so it's got to be assumed who you were talking to.
Yeah,
like that's just a troll trying to start trouble.
Should have saw Kawhi.
No, he's not being a troll. He called me out.
And he's saying like because they both look swole. So which one are you talking about?
Yeah, but I had a picture of Tyrese Maxey, and I screwed up. I said Tease, like an idiot.
It should have been Reese. Not
yeah, I screwed up.
Oh well,
that was my bad.
Who hasn't?
Yeah, what are you gonna do?
Hasn't?
It's been a rough week.
Well, who get?
Yeah, it has.
The Sixers.
Who gives a fuck anyway?
But getting back to Ben Simmons thing.
Fuck him. All right, let's move on.
Okay.
No, I'm kidding. No. So he was on with JJ Redick.
You got a little butthurt, didn't you?
A little bit.
Yeah.
Fuck.
He got that crow's feet in his eyes. His eyes got shut. Like, okay.
I gotta be honest. My fucking eyes hurt right now.
It's these lights, man.
My eyes are killing me.
My eyes.
Yeah. Like they're actually hurting a little bit.
So
I don't think it's the lights. I don't know. I don't know what it is.
There you go.
Yeah. But you don't want to. All right, that's good.
Hey,
That's
good.
good. Yeah, that helps. Yeah, it might be it, dude. My eyes are hurting, man. Anyway, so he's on the podcast, and JJ's asking him questions and asking about his time in Philly. You guys go with it. Go ahead.
Yeah. So he proceeded to say,
I spend my time in Philly.
Yeah. So he proceeded to say that basically it wasn't about the money. It wasn't about basically he said he didn't get support when Embiid and Rivers apparently called him out after that playoff game against the Hawks. Number one, you deserve to be called out.
Yeah, he wanted to be supported, and they didn't come to support him.
Right, like Doc Rivers saying, when he was asked if Ben Simmons is a championship point guard, I don't know. At that point, you didn't know. Like you didn't Like it
We all
was,
felt the same way.
it was starting to be seriously doubted.
But
All
Doc
of us were
Rivers
like-
didn't say no, he's not. He said,
I don't know.
we don't know.
It was an honest answer.
All of us went, "Yep,
Perfect. It was an
100% right."
It was an honest answer. But then Ben Simmons proceeds to say that when he got thrown out of practice that time, he wasn't on his phone. I had talked to Doc Rivers before the practice. I said, I'm not ready for this. And he clearly kept saying wasn't about the money. It was about him getting mentally right. So if that was the case, then why did you worry about coming back to practice because you were going to lose money? So if it was about getting mentally right and never about the money for you, why'd you come back?
Just
Because
claim-
you were going to
claim
lose
mental
money.
health, and I got to take time off.
Right.
Listen,
So
Because you got to remember back too, it was I want to be traded, right?
Mhm.
Came out and said I want to be traded. Then I have back problems,
Mhm.
and then his back problems went away.
now I got.
And then it was always back at practice. But he still wants to be traded. His back must be okay. And then he shows up for 2 practices, and then he's gone again, and no one knows why. And it's mental problems.
Mhm.
So like he used every excuse in the book to not play for this town again. He did not want to play for this town again. It was clear and evident as can be.
But he doesn't want to play for New York either. He's
but
doing the
he's-
same shit there.
he still feels he's a part of Philly, though.
Like fuck
Yeah,
him. My hands are washed.
My brother still has property there. I still love Philly. I still am a part of it. Dude, fuck you.
Nah,
You're
bro.
not a part of it.
No.
You can be.
There's definitely something mentally going on with him, though, because this is completely classic, like narcissistic behavior.
Yeah, you don't go from making millions of dollars to doing this.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like he was out there playing basketball, and he never really worked for anything that he did. If he would have put the work in, he just has a lazy mindset.
Like just don't see.
Yeah, that's perfectly said.
Like don't be so publicly vocal.
Yeah, like keep it.
Like shut up.
Like, how are you? I know it's the lazy go-to. I know it is. How do you not develop a jump shot? Because you don't work at it.
Because he didn't want to.
He didn't want to.
Exactly.
He didn't feel like it.
He wanted to pass the ball.
Someone
he wanted-
posted
Right.
something and said he has spent more hours online playing Call of Duty
Then,
than playing in NBA games.
yep, I seen that.
And apparently that was a fact. Like they did the minutes and all and said it's a fact. But the other thing too is he said he was not on his phone, that it was his jersey tucked into his shorts.
Yeah.
No. He had his jersey in his sweatpants pocket. Is what he said.
That's what he said.
Yeah.
I'm
yeah,
sorry, in
perfectly.
his
Put
pocket.
it on the camera.
There you go. Oh yeah. There it is.
Probably can't see it.
But
No, we
everyone,
saw
but
it.
everyone knew. Like screenshots are coming out. Like, what do you mean it was your jersey in your pocket? You can clearly see his cell phone in his pocket during practice. The day that happened, it was pointed out. Why does he have a cell phone in his pocket when he's practicing? What is he doing? So now he's denying it, and we're all idiots again. Like we're all stupid. Like, dude, I'm enough of this. fucking thing.
Enough.
He had a chance to clear it up, and he made it worse. Again, he's a complete narcissist. Like, it's
Right.
not my fault.
Right, like he's a
Only-
narcissistic, self-centered, egotistical jit fucking bag.
So Austin Rivers comes out.
And Austin Rivers says, "You really gonna believe this shit, boy? If you really knew." So basically, because he knows what Doc went through with him. It's his father-in-law, his father. So
Who cares? Enough with that guy. I
Oh,
hope he goes
man,
fishing and his fucking
River.
boat capsizes. Shit bag.
Oh man,
He's so big, he just flips over.
like the Jolly Green Joe.
Like he should go underneath the bridge with Pocahor and fucking Foltz.
false, dude.
Why you gotta bring that name up?
This whole era, like this whole
why,
era,
why,
has been.
why do we got to keep hearing about Ben Simmons?
Philly always has a problem. With
He's a
their-
piece of shit.
There we do. There's a.
It's always a
Is
problem.
the process a failure?
Yes. Yeah, you haven't won, and the process is already over.
Yeah, you only got one guy out.
Yeah, it's one guy out of it, and he's still here. but you had how many people here that went through the process and who are no longer here? So yes, the process was a failure.
But is Joel Embiid the problem? Is he causing?
No, not at all. Joel Embiid is
I'm
the
asking,
only
that's all.
one that has been
He's all you got out of it.
like you.
He's all you got out of it.
like,
7-8 years ago, this team decided to just and trust us.
And they almost screwed that up too.
Yep.
Because they took Embiid and then they took Okafor the next year. Like, what?
Well, they even
But who else
Why
do you take there? Porzingis?
Trade the pick or something. I don't know. Figure something
Trade
else.
the pick. Yeah, that's
Figure-
probably would have
figure
been a
something
bad
out.
idea.
Wait a minute. You had Jimmy Butler and you screwed that up.
Right. Jimmy Butler is
But-
gone.
Well,
At
Ben's,
the time, Ben Simmons had more potential. I think that's the main reason they traded him.
and at the time, I was on the keep Ben Simmons train.
Yeah,
Yeah, we went. Yeah,
You
we,
didn't know what you know now.
yeah, we
Yeah.
went through this before, and it's unfortunate, and especially what you know now, compared to what you knew
But
then.
almost you got to look at it like they did hit with Ben Simmons.
yeah, he was a
The
good
talent is there.
Yeah,
He's just so fucked up. The Sixers couldn't
Yeah,
anticipate
you got
that.
you James Harden.
Like he's mind fucked.
Yeah, and it got you. But yeah, it got you James Harden.
Maybe,
But
we'll
like,
see.
I think if Ben Simmons wouldn't have had so many problems, there would have been a point in his career where he would have been better than current James Harden.
I can agree with that.
If he would have just kept on.
At some point, like if he would have worked at it and developed a jump shot, the James Harden you have today,
Yes.
Ben Simmons would be better than.
You're talking about
Than the James Harden now.
You're talking
Oh
about-
yeah, easily. Yeah. I
a
agree.
guy that could give you 19, 20 points a
James
game.
Harden now. Yeah,
Right.
absolutely.
But he would give you what Harden gives you and also defend the best player on the other end.
yeah, I
dribble, fat.
I can get away. So stupid. I can get down with that. Yeah, I can agree with that. The other thing too, is he was talking up his Brooklyn Nets team and said, this team is the 76ers roster, but on steroids.
Okay, they said come out and play.
I can't wait to see him fucking
What was
bitch
that?
out.
Who sung that?
35 games.
Come out and play. Is that Twisted Sister?
Warrior.
No, that's fucking the Offspring.
Nah.
Ding. You got to keep them separated.
No.
Hey, yeah, come out and play. Yeah, that's the
Yeah,
Offspring.
It's Offspring.
Sounds like every other Offspring song.
Come out and play.
Every other single other Offspring song.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
What are you looking it up for?
Fuck you! I'm trying to help you, motherfucker.
But there's no way that the Nets roster is not better than the Sixers roster. I don't care if they're all 100% healthy. The Nets are old.
Yeah.
They're old.
Yeah.
The Sixers have youth. They have the perimeter
You got
defense.
Utes?
The Utes.
Did
Two
you
Utes?
say Utes?
You say Utes?
What the hell's a Ute?
utilities. and
Utes.
all.
Yeah, utilities and all. But they have youth, they have perimeter defense, they
Utes.
got a good bench,
Utes.
and they have Harden.
What the fuck is a Ute?
But it's all right.
What-
Here's a good.
What is a Ute?
Here it is. What it comes down to. The Sixers have their big three is fucking James Harden, Tyrese Maxey, and Joel Embiid. Right? The Nets' big three is Ben Simmons, Kevin Durant, and Kyrie Irving. I'm taking the Sixers there all day. Tyrese Maxey's like a budding superstar.
Oh, Kyrie
I'll
Irving's
I'll
a fucking
take-
nutcase.
Yo, Kyrie can play though.
I'll take
When he's
Nets
there.
prime.
That's what?
Nets prime. Because
So the
Kevin
Nets-
Durant is the best scorer of all time.
So the Nets when they were in their prime?
Yeah.
them dudes?
Oh, well,
Yeah.
of course.
Well, I don't know. Embiid and Harden,
actually, I'll
both in
take
their
'em
prime.
I would take them currently
What, the Nets now are better than the Sixers?
if Ben Simmons played.
No, I don't think so.
I don't think so.
I don't think so.
I don't
either.
think so.
This is the perfect time that the Nets need a shooting guard. If Ben Simmons would have played, that the starting lineup would have been probably.
But he's
better
not
than
a
Philly.
shooting guard.
Yeah,
But you could put Kyrie at the shooting guard.
I just look at the roster in general. I go, the Sixers are deeper. They have a better bench. They're more depth.
no, we're just talking about the big three on
Uh,
each team.
I mean, his argument is not invalid.
It's hard for me to say yes because Kevin Durant is still so good, and Kyrie, when he decides that he feels like playing,
Yeah.
Honestly,
When
if
he's
they
not
had
on the
coach-
other side of the
he's
earth.
really fucking good, man.
But he's a nut
Yeah,
job.
when he's not on the other,
just need a
other
new
side
coach.
of the
Yeah,
earth.
like he's throwing the flat Earth.
Yeah, he's a nut
Yeah,
job.
like man,
they need a new coach.
They do.
Steve Nash is the worst coach in the league.
I gotta say, I still think the Sixers big three beats them.
So do I.
Yeah,
Right now, I think the Sixers big three is
That's
better.
a good
Yeah.
point. But
I think they beat
But
them.
his-
No, you're getting a healthy James Harden. You're getting dribble, fat. You're getting Joel Embiid, who Joel Embiid is. There's no way he's not starting to realize like the time's running out.
Yeah.
There's no way he's got to get a ring.
Time running out.
I
gotta
solidify
who I am. The
It's-
sand in the hourglass is coming down. I feel it.
I don't want to look like
you
the
know,
Phantom of the Opera anymore.
Nikola Jokic. Okay, you got the last two MVP. I get in the ring.
He
that's
gets all
what's
caught
gonna
up in his
matter.
feelings.
He's always in his feelings. And then Russell Westbrook. He's always in his feelings. I don't know.
Did you see there was videos of Russell Westbrook? He was training and he was shooting really good.
Yeah.
And it
The
seems like
time
he
is-
changed his jump shot.
The time for him.
Shane they can change his attitude.
Also,
Yeah.
Ben
being
Simmons
a
could have
bitch.
developed a jump shot because
He has a
He
jump
has-
shot.
Yeah,
no,
just
no,
don't
he
connect.
shoots with his left hand when everything else he uses his right hand.
Everything else.
If
He
he-
uses his right hand.
Yeah.
If he would've
Everything.
used-
Yeah.
Everything.
Even when he's
Absolutely
masturbating.
everything.
if he would have switched his jump shot to right hand, I think he would have been a better overall shooter.
But everything you see, he can shoot.
He can't shoot.
You got it all over my shorts.
Bunch of childs.
The fuck.
God damn it.
Bunch of childs.
Ben
All right.
Simmons. He's
Never
in the
come
middle.
on the show again, Gore.
Why? Has this been tamed?
Yeah, it is. This is
It has
actually
been tamed.
yeah.
All right. We got one more subject, and then while you were drunk, the Flyers. We got to bring up the Flyers because
I'll say this to the Flyers.
I'm. Let's keep this.
I mean, he's not wrong.
Let's keep this brief.
He's not
I
wrong.
agree.
We'll keep this brief. Sean Couturier has herniated disc in his back, and they said he
My
could
God
potentially,
damn it,
potentially
man.
miss the season. And you're like, oh, this really sucks. This is bad.
And then you get the news of Ryan Ellis.
And now Ryan Ellis, if he plays this season, it would be a surprise.
Yep.
So now two of your best defenseman and your best forward are now out. On top
I'd
of
like that, a beer, please.
Keith Yandel, who last year had the who holds the Ironman streak, which is probably going to be broken this year. But Keith Yandel retires.
Yeah, but that was already broken. Remember the Flyers scratched him?
Yeah, but he said it. He set the record.
Oh yeah, he did. Oh yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
and then what's his face is going to break it.
So what do they got left?
Who's gonna break it?
I can't remember his fucking name now. Jesus Christ. Fuck, he's killing me. Bald, fat motherfucker.
Big fat motherfucker.
Oh my God, he's going to kill me. Why I can't think of his name
Who
right
the
now.
fuck you think I'm voting for?
Played for the Penguins for a while.
Big fat motherfucker with a hat.
Big pimp looking motherfucker with a hat. Yo, I watched that last week. This weekend, I watched that.
Shit. I didn't see the fucking. Hold on.
Why did Marlowe cross the road? Because his dick was stuck in a chicken.
I think I fucked the scroll to death, but I don't remember.
What was this?
The last Boy Scout.
Dude, I haven't seen that in ages.
Oh, dude.
All right, so
I seen to drop my cigarette. No, if you touch me again, I'll kill you.
I
I gotta show you that one.
I shared a picture. I shared a picture of the Flyers opening day of practice last year, which wasn't a uplifting year, and then compared to this year, which looks like
a youth hockey rink. There's nobody there.
I was just gonna say the same thing. It looks like there's two people surrounded around the glass. No one cares.
Nope.
Nobody cares. But John Tortella apparently wrote a letter to the fans. And I don't know if you saw this, but I want to read it real quick because I actually thought it was well written, well done. And to be honest, it's from the heart, but I don't think it helps. So he's writing to all the Flyers, Inside Edge fans, the season ticket holders. I want to start off by thanking you. It's our passion, loyalty, and strong voices, the Flyers fans, as I always admired and made me jump at the chance to coach this city and this team. You've heard me spend most of the summer talking about how exciting this year will be and why. Now you're about to witness it as we enter our first training camp. Full transparency. I want to tell you exactly what you will see from our group on day one. And I'm not here to talk about last season or past performances. Frankly, that doesn't matter to me. What matters most is the opportunity that's in front of us. It's a chance to earn jobs, earn playing time, earn and build towards creating a high standard for players who put on that jersey to earn a place in our locker room. I cannot promise that it's going to happen overnight, but I can promise you this: it will be a hard camp, and what will come out of it is a team that's going to make you proud. Every single player will be tough to play against, and above all, give an all-out, honest effort. If they don't, you will not see that player very much. That and alone will be the driving force to our success and will define this season. I'm hoping as we go through this journey that you will identify with us and we will identify with you. I look forward to seeing you out there with us. This team, including me, is fueled by Philly's passion, and I have no doubt that this team's effort will match the work ethic of this city. John Tortella. It's well written. It's well done. He's being honest because he's right.
What's that? Well, I'm sorry, Sean. What's that you're reading?
John Tortella's letter to the season ticket holders. Granted, yeah. Like, do you think the brass put him up for that?
No.
Of course. You don't think so?
No.
I think they did. I think the brass put him up for it. Said, look, we're losing ticket. Remember, we're losing season tickets all over. We need to be honest. Like, I don't know. All right, I got this. And he does it, and they send it out. I honestly think that.
You want to
Yeah,
sell
that's
tickets.
not. It's actually not a bad.
Like, you want
thought.
to sell tickets, bring in a big name. You'll sell tickets.
They failed to do it.
They didn't do it.
This offseason was pitiful.
Yeah.
It was a pitiful attempt. You signed 20 fourth liners. That's what you signed this year.
And a problem defenseman.
Yeah. Who we had Jason Martinez on. He likes them. He likes some of the moves they made. But this is
It just doesn't make sense.
Yeah, this has been a very disappointing season. Somebody, who was it? Somebody said, is this like pre-processed Sixers?
It was Bucci.
Bucci said
Yeah.
that. Joe Bucci said that. I agree with the fact that it has that feel. Like, they're not going to – I'm not saying
So you think they're going to deliberately dump?
No.
deliberately.
That's not what I'm thinking. I'm thinking they're going to be that bad.
Yeah.
I'm thinking they're going to be that bad where it's going to be they were unwatchable last year. I don't know how much – I got to be honest. I don't know how much worse you can be than that team last year. They were completely unwatchable last year.
Yeah, I didn't watch much.
That picture that you
I
sent,
hated that team last year.
like that picture that you sent earlier.
Yeah.
That spoke 1,000 words.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I agree with you, Sean. I think this is going to be bad. I think this is a bad, not just team. I think it's a bad organization.
Mm-hmm.
I think it's run terribly. There's no sense of itself from top to bottom. Just seems like it's just worried about the bottom line.
Like, that's heartbreaking. Like, that hurts.
I think the Flyers only brought Tortorella here to draw attention.
But it didn't. That failed.
I don't think it drew as much attention as they hoped. I don't know. Maybe I'm completely wrong. And you guys know how I am with the Flyers. I wish I could get past it, but I don't see this working. I see this as a complete disaster. Tortorell's going to come in here and he's going to coach them hard. Yeah, they're going to hustle, but there's
But
no
who does he got to coach?
right. There's no talent,
There's nothing there.
and I think it's just not going to.
The sad part is Carter Hart is he's going to be ruined
Why is he going to be ruined?
because he's not. If they don't do something with that poor kid, he's not going to do anything after this old bullshit with the Flyers because they're going to keep signing him, and they're going to keep him here.
But if something happens and I mean, he's still young. He's still really young. He's 24 years old.
But there's nothing, Ryan.
All right, but
There's
a
nothing
goalie can play till their late 30s, Gar. You have potential.
It takes 5 years to build a team back to the
Okay.
back to a potential.
He'd be
contender.
20. He'd be 29 at that point.
I mean, at that point, is he going to want to be here? You know
If
what I
he's
mean?
if he's been here that long and went through the rebuild and they're finally good, you think he's going to want to leave?
Here's the thing that sucks is that
Every player wants a playoff berth and to be able to lift Lord Stanley's Cup, Ryan.
Right, but just because he's 29 years old doesn't mean the time's running
I
out.
don't think he'll be here that long. He's going to want out. He will want out.
it sucks, dude. When they brought him in, it was like you were looking at a situation like, oh my God, here we go. We're about to embark on the future of this team.
And he's got nothing.
And shit. After that, dude, the worst thing that happened to this team was having success during the bubble.
Yeah.
Yep.
That was the worst thing that happened to this team because you got false hope. A team that was what they were for. They were a decent team that season.
But you know what, son? The whole country was at that point, at that particular moment. Like the country was in a whirl. It was awful.
Yeah, but for 5 months, like 4 months or whatever, like they were the fourth best team in the East. Like they were, and then they went in that bubble and they did a mini tournament and they got the first seed, right? I forget how it worked, and then
But at that
they won one
moment,
series and they got their skates blown off.
But Sean, that particular moment, like the country was shut down. There was a lot of
Fuck.
Excuse me.
What's wrong with you?
There was a lot.
The country was
There's a lot of shit going on in the country. Like shit was shut down, and then the Flyers came back in. Like there was hope. So maybe it was a lot of false hope, but there was hope. You know what I mean?
But I think it's a bad thing because
you would have rather them just get spanked.
Yeah,
you see that now. You know what I mean? Back then, you didn't.
You see that.
You've seen hope within the confines of COVID, which was a lot of fucking crap. So COVID, all right, cool. We're going to get to be
like
able
hope. You know what else floats? Poop.
Come on, man. Come on. Honestly, like that was a bad time. It was awful.
It was, but like what?
Yeah, did you see the meme?
What happened was you look.
Poop waiting for me to flush the toilet as you keep scrolling through your phone, and it's Steve Carell. He's on a fucking swing and shit. And then he's like twisting around.
So
your fucking turd looks like the Little Mermaid.
Yeah, your turd looking like.
Man.
Yo, you gonna flush the toilet or keep scrolling through your phone?
Yo, you
Okay,
need
can we stop
a
talking
knife
about
to get
turds?
this down the toilet.
What?
Nothing.
What'd you say?
No, I was like, can we
Go home
stop
and get
talking
your
about
fucking
turds?
shine box.
Turds. I thought you were doing the huh? You know what I mean?
When I was,
Got a song? Want to hear it? Here it go.
and you were sleeping,
Uh,
and I put myself in your mouth, and I took a picture.
He's all white. All right.
You ever have a gal suggest that you need some attention paid to your
no,
butt
he
holes?
said Gabby cool in the beginning.
No, you ever have a gal?
So he said Gabby cool.
All right.
All right.
So
It's funny that conversation ended in shit because the Flyers are shit.
Yep.
I mean, that hurts to hear that.
It does.
They've been shit for a while, man.
Don't start. I don't want to hear it.
All right. While you were drunk.
Let's start.
I am not
Let's start.
drunk, man.
way
You
for
trying to
5
make
fucking
me
years.
drunk.
It's
Come
time
on.
to catch up on some
He hates the
things you may
Flyers.
have missed.
Do you
No,
think
I
a
don't hate the
six-pack
Flyers.
is
Don't get it
acceptable?
twisted. Hold on.
Wow, you were drunk.
I don't hate the
Drunk.
Flyers. I hate what they fucking become. What they've become.
I hate what you become.
Don't curse.
Yeah, you fucking cunt Jones, motherfucker.
Don't curse at me.
Come on, he's on
Be nice. I'm your brother. I love you, man. Oh, you gotta talk to me.
Brothers don't shake hands.
Fuck you.
Brothers gotta go fuck yourself.
Why don't you just die?
Why are you still here, man? Where's my pancakes? Can you get some cereal?
All right, let me try this again.
I am not drunk, man. You trying to
Fuck
make
you and
me
your
drunk.
pancakes.
It's
Here's
time
a
to
pig
catch
in
up
a
on some
blanket,
things
you
you may have
jackass.
missed.
Do you think a six-pack is
Don't drop your
acceptable?
crutches on the way out.
Wow, you were drunk.
I'm drunk and I love cats.
Get
What
the
more do you
pizza
need
off
to
the
know?
roof, you cocksucker.
Super Bowl halftime show has been announced.
Yes, it
You
has.
guys- you
This
guys
is
excited?
fucking bullshit.
You guys all excited?
This is bullshit.
You guys all excited for Taylor Swift at the halftime Super Bowl show?
This is fucking crap.
Where's Metallica?
Where's Post Malone? Bring him back.
Oh, he
that's right.
fell. He's
Oh, he's
hurt.
in a neck brace.
Yeah.
He's injured.
He couldn't see past his tattoos on his eyes.
I can't do the Super Bowl halftime.
Does he got a hit? Does he got any hits?
No,
Yeah.
and then he came
Yeah,
and
he
did
hit
a,
the stage.
then he came and did a song with fucking Ozzy and
Yeah.
that piece of shit song. Yo, Ozzy's new album, yo.
Ah, good stuff.
Yeah, we hit the stage and they hit the floor later.
Oh, good.
Those
Let
are
him
two
stay there.
hits.
Let him stay there.
What
What a waste!
you hit the floor.
What a waste of a nut.
Yeah, this was
Like
Yeah,
his,
there must have there
like
must
his
have been,
dad, his dad should have left it on the bed.
but there must have been something dirty on it. That's why he's got all the tattoos.
Like
So as it went through, it picked up some dust and shit.
like why did he bust it in her? He should have left it on her, not in
Should
her.
have left it in the corner.
Yeah. Well, he still would have grew. Fucking Post
It's like a
Malone.
sock.
Yeah, it would have just no, it would have just been a it would have just been a post. You know, it came out of the wall. You know what I'm saying? Just a post.
Yeah, he comes out as stiff Kermit.
Fucking Post Malone. What kind of name is that?
Kermit with
I'm
tattoos.
sure it's not his.
Post Malone.
I'm sure his parents were like, post.
Yeah, what's he, a box of cereal?
Yeah. Some sugar smacks up in this motherfucker.
Fucking Post.
Post.
It tells you all the nutrition facts on his face.
Yeah. That's what all them tattoos are.
Protein wasted.
Protein wasted. 23 grams of carbohydrates.
Post Camp Bone.
All right, so
Post.
Taylor Swift.
Fucking
Yeah, enjoy
Post.
everybody. Enjoy.
I'd like
I'm-
to give
I'm
her
glad-
a post.
I'm glad you all get that. Yeah.
Yeah. Tower,
Speaking of giving women
like
posts,
Tower hit it Swift.
the double NBA, the WNBA announced the champion.
There you are.
Yeah, all
There
right.
you are, Tower. Choke on
all
that.
respect to the aces of the WNBA for winning the title.
Yeah.
I don't,
So now I got a WNBA point. Yo,
You
hold
win
on, hold on.
some, you lose some. It's all the same. It's the
Ace
ace
of
of
spades.
spades.
All right, but I do have a WNBA point. So the WNBA, they complain about this. We don't make this money. We don't make that money.
Yeah,
we don't
they,
make.
they make more.
Then
Will not bleed. What
That-
a lie.
that
that doesn't.
like
The WNBA, the Will Not Bleed Association. It's a fucking lie. Because they all bleed. Only women.
I'll make you bleed. I'll make you bleed.
As Alice Cooper would sing, only women bleed.
Yeah, she did sing that song.
All right. So
Pete Peterson said, "Sigh."
all right. So my WNBA point. So the ratings they complain about. We don't make this money. We don't make that money. We don't make that money. Right.
Okay.
Then their championship, the deciding game, they decide to air at 4:00 in the afternoon up against the NFL. Who the fuck's gonna watch your game if you're putting it on the same day as the NFL?
Nobody cares about
Like
it.
nobody
point.
said nobody. There wasn't a light bulb in the WNBA office that went off and said, "What? Hold on.
Maybe we shouldn't do this.
Yeah, like this is probably a bad idea. Like That's why nobody cares.
Did you see
Nobody
their
cares about the WNBA.
Did you see their MVP trophy? It's like a little league soccer trophy.
No, I did not. Yeah.
Again, as you're inserting the tampon,
It's
dribble, 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 fat, fat, fat.
Girl.
Jesus Christ. All right.
Well, not bleed association.
I guess this is a bad segue, but Aaron Andrews, did he?
Aaron.
Aaron Andrews was actually heading to the Aaron interview, and she was on the phone with Tom Brenneman and I think Moose Johnson at the time, and she realized she's like something's wrong. She heard snoring. Her driver fucking fell asleep.
I heard this story.
Fell asleep at the wheel,
Yeah.
and she yelled, "Are you fucking sleeping?" And the guy, well, she's like, "Holy shit!" She's like, "Oh my god!" She happened to hear like, and like, can you imagine that?
He's
He was at the wheel.
Yeah. So she,
Dad, I don't got it.
Sorry, just had to.
What? What?
what do you want, Aaron? You pig.
I needed a quick power nap.
Yeah, give me 10 minutes.
I'm good now. I made it through the
I'm
accident.
up.
I'm
I'm
good.
up. I'm up.
I'm up.
We're all good.
All right.
45 miles an hour, baby, is the speed I drive.
Dead or alive.
Shut up, you fucking animal. We're almost there. Don't wake me up again until you have coffee, you fucking pig.
Sedano Chara.
But you're driving.
Sedano Chara.
Retired.
24 years playing in the NHL.
24 years as a solid player.
Has finally hung up his skates. The size 16 skates. He finally hung them
size
up.
16 skates and a fucking size 3 fucking rubber.
What?
I doubt that very much, honestly.
Nah, dude, that's like a
Sedano Char's probably got a big ass.
wiener.
Yeah.
Are you going to
Yeah.
curb yourself at that?
He's got
Yeah.
a big ass.
What's he got?
Nah, he's got a 12-inch long, man. No doubt. No doubt.
He's got a 42-inch fucking kabasi, yeah?
I mean, you got to reach up 3 feet to say to do anything. You know what I'm saying? He's like fucking 9 feet tall.
Yes.
Oh, scissor me timbers.
Shut your yak.
That's Torts right there.
Yeah.
That's Torts.
Probably got a lot of head cheese.
Yeah, so good luck, Chara, and wherever country you're from.
Yo, so an interesting fact.
Yeah.
There is now not one player in the NHL that's ever lost a playoff series to the Toronto Maple Leafs.
Oh, wow.
Yep.
Because he's out.
Yep.
Wow, how about that?
Wow.
Good for Toronto. I mean,
Toronto.
although there's nothing for us to brag about. We're still pretty
No.
We haven't won a cup in 50 years.
Nope.
Toronto.
50 years.
Shannon Sharp had prostate cancer announced this
That's-
week on his show,
Don't laugh at this.
but he's in remission. I love Shannon Sharp.
I do not dislike Shannon Sharp.
I love
No,
Shannon
yeah.
Sharp. He was perfect for that role on that show because he was always one
So
of the
he's
mouth
not,
off.
he's not working?
No, he's still working. Yeah, he's secretly he's in remission. He's good.
Wow,
He's
right.
good. But he secretly announced secretly announced. He secretly had it and announced it recently.
Secretly had cancer.
He secretly had cancer. And he secretly announced it to the secret world.
I'll say that. Fuck you, cancer. How
And
about that?
he secretly announced it.
The
Secretly
Braves
announced
finally scored a
see-
point.
I can see where this is going.
Scored a run.
The Braves finally scored a point.
9-1.
Yeah.
What's the inning?
Bottom of the 8th.
Yeah.
Bottom of the eighth.
All right,
Nice.
good stuff.
Means Nola pitched well
Like,
in the middle of September.
That's good.
Yeah, he did. I saw.
we have
In the
our
middle of September, bro.
our
Nola still looks like Nola.
Yep.
wait.
No, Nola still looks good,
All
Gary.
right. All right.
Just saying, man.
Hey, he's pitching well. He might be playoff bound, man,
Okay.
He's just a solid
Why are you
pitcher.
attacking me?
because you're the one who always trashes him.
I didn't say anything about him tonight.
Yes, you
Not tonight.
did.
Not
Not
tonight.
tonight, I
Yeah,
said
actually, you
it's in the
did.
gym.
No.
Yeah, in the second inning, you said, yeah, but it's Nola.
Yeah, you did say that. You might as well take that fucking jersey off. Give it to your dog.
Oh,
Huh?
Fuck you.
Roar.
About that.
All right.
Give him the shadow. I give him the shadow sharp so he can wipe up his dripping.
On the way home. All right. So a woman in
Did you
Utah.
say find a way home?
I said on the way home. Sorry, is that better? 56-year-old mother in Utah
Fucking
is carrying her son's kid.
Stop. Yeah, it's Utah.
I'm not surprised.
Yeah. Inbred cocksuckers.
Yeah.
So I see this headline. Of course, it's another.
The name of their fucking basketball team is the Jizz.
No, it's not.
So
I saw a joke that sticks that
Yeah.
that represents Utah. How you circumcise a hillbilly?
Kick her sister in the chin.
There you go.
Hey Corey, how do you make an angry friend super angry?
Tell us.
I don't know.
Put a cape on him.
I don't get it.
Here to he.
I don't get it.
Eventually you will.
So that's not a good one.
I know. That's what's so great about it.
It's not a good one.
It's a terrible joke. Hey Corey, why does a tree sleep?
Because it
Why?
left.
For rest.
What the fuck? Like, you can tell his son started school.
Forest.
You know what I mean, Gar? Because his son comes home with these jokes.
He
His son comes home with these jokes
No.
and he laughs.
No.
The reaction to you, the reaction on your face, and you're up because he's your son.
No.
You're looking at him like, what the fuck? That's
My son doesn't. My son doesn't. I send my son to school with the jokes. He didn't come home with them. I sent. He said. He literally looked at me and said, "I'm not telling my friends that. Shut the door. I'm going to school."
See, it's not good.
It's fucking kindergarten.
He's like, "Shut the door. I'm not telling my friends that." That's a terrible joke. I was like, "Oh, okay."
Oh
I
God,
shut the
Connor
door.
said that.
Yeah.
To you.
He said that's a bad. He said that's a bad joke. I'm not telling my friends that. I was like, "Okay," and I shut the door. Yeah. I 3 times on the way out. Listen, this is the joke. This is what you got to tell your friends. How do you, what? Why does a tree sleep for rest? He goes. He just looks at me. He goes, "That's a bad joke. I'm not telling my friends." I just shut the door. All right.
You think that's funny, Dad?
He's just like you.
That's
Yeah.
just a dad joke.
Kyle,
I
It's
mean-
a joke, Sean.
I know that's what's so great about it. Kyler Murray was
How you make a boogie? How you make a tissue dance?
he boogie.
Put a boogie
Put
in
some
it.
boogie
Yeah,
in it.
way to go. That's great.
That's funny. Girly.
You're just like your dad.
Come on.
Fuck you. At least I got a dad.
I was waiting for that. I was waiting for it.
Oh,
I'm waiting fist button to that. It's not very nice. Corey, in case you didn't know, my dad died in a fire a couple years ago.
No, he didn't. His dad just rolled out on him.
he's alive and well, living in
Wouldn't
Miami.
you? Wouldn't you? This fucker.
Yeah, I wouldn't leave him. His coach molested him behind the shed.
No, at the movie theater.
Had to learn how to throw a football to myself when I was 9 in the yard.
Yo, he would just throw it, run to the other end of the
I
yard,
should-
and catch
Like
it.
Aaron Rodgers.
I actually did.
Yeah.
I actually did.
Did you?
Yeah, I did. Anyway,
You better leave that meatball sandwich alone.
Kyler Murray was punched in the face while celebrating the overtime win last week. Did you see that?
By an Arizona fan.
No, it was a Raiders fan.
Oh.
He was celebrating with Arizona fans in LA or Vegas, in Vegas. And he's celebrating, and some dude leaned over the front row and struck him in the face, open hand, but still struck him in the face. So he turned around and was like, "What the fuck?" And immediately started grabbing the guy, and then security came over and grabbed him. They got the guy. He's banned. He's done.
Yeah.
Like second year in the city, and
And this happens, yeah.
no longer can go to a Vegas Raiders game.
Well done. Well
Like,
done.
Why would you fucking hit a player in the face? What is wrong? Like, what gives a fan that much entitlement
Nothing.
to do something like that?
Nothing. He has no right. No right. None at all.
Absolutely crazy.
And the player probably got fined.
No,
No,
he
he
didn't. No, he didn't. He didn't do anything wrong. He didn't attack the fan. He went to grab him. That was it. And then my last Why You Were Drunk story, thank God, and then we can call it a show. The Eagles punt returner, Britton.
I know Covey. I know where
Britton
you're going
Covey.
with this.
This
I
is
heard this story.
great. So he only had his practice pass, like his training camp pass. He didn't have his game day pass. So he's going to the home opener, Monday Night Football. Can't get in the parking lot because he forgot his other pass, and the guard
They don't recognize him.
Guard doesn't know who he is. So he had to park. He's like, "Well, what do you mean?" He's like, I'm a punt returner for. I don't know who you are. He had to park with the fans. He had to park with the nobodies, and walk through the parking lot and had to find his entrance to the stadium for the players' entrance. On his way to the parking lot, some fans recognized him. I would have never.
No.
They recognized him. Are you Britton Kobe? And they took pictures with him and like tagged him and shit. And like there's a whole group of people with him. I would have never.
He also, because of where he had to park, he didn't know how to get in.
That's what I'm saying. He struggled to find his way into the stadium.
So he asked the group of fans he was like, how I get into this place? And apparently he walked through the concourse and
oh my god,
had
to find his way to the locker room.
Yeah. That's crazy, man.
Yeah,
what a great story.
Yeah.
Great story.
Jesus Christ.
Well, I think it's time to call the show.
Yeah, man. It was a good one.
Yeah, it was fun. Corey.
Well done, Corey.
Thanks for joining, man. The first podcast with us. Congrats. Thank you for everyone who hung out. Dave Peterson said, great show, guys. I will see you all next week. Have a great week. Be safe. And
Eagles fly.
Fly. Eagles fly, of course. Let's go. Let's go get a win. Corner Plus Sports says, what did we say? What
Penis out.
Wait, how's it go again?
Penis out.